What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there today? Happy hump day. It's the hump day. It's Wednesday. Hump day, hump day. It reminds me of that Geico commercial. Bark, 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 bark. You know, where the camel comes through the whole call center. It's hump day. James, how you doing, bro? South London, James, what's going on? How's it over there? Today's the day. You're amped.
Today's the day that we celebrate National South London Day, National Crystal Palace win another trophy day.
Let's
That's
go.
right, we won 1-0 against Rayo Vallecano. Get it up there.
All right, so
South London and proud.
So what's
I
going
am
on?
celebrating with this is a 3/4 vodka with a dash of lemonade and a dash of blackcurrant.
Yeah,
Up the Palace.
So basically, you got about 5 shots of vodka right there. Let's fucking go with a little splash of cranberry or whatever.
Greatest day of my life.
Now,
I have lived to see Crystal Palace win 3 trophies. Thank you.
So is it over
Amazing.
then? Did they win? They won the trophy. They won.
Yeah, they won in normal time, 1-0. It was the boy Jean-Philippe Mateta. Boom, fantastique. You know, he's French. He's very French. And as we all know now, all Frenchmen are black.
Yeah, of course.
That is the way now.
Yeah.
The Gallic flair is gone.
Yeah.
All Frenchmen are black. They all come from Africa. So it's boom, fantastique.
Yeah, apparently
And 1-0 to the Palace.
all Frenchmen, all Irishmen, all Englishmen, they're all black now. Yeah, that's
They are.
Yeah.
All Spanish people are now black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The only place you
All
have
Italians are black because I should really have blonde hair and blue eyes. But the Moors came along and raped everyone, and now I've got dark hair and dark eyes.
I mean, different people have different dating strategies. You can't blame them for that, James. You know
Exactly. They have a forceful strategy, the old Moors, don't they?
Yeah. They want more of it. Yeah. Let me jump in.
They made them look nice, though. Do you remember Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves,
I
with
do.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman.
They made him look nice.
Yeah.
They made the Moor look like the good guy when the Moor is obviously the bad guy.
Yeah, that's back when I still liked Morgan Freeman before he came out to be some sort of weird creep guy that preyed on his granddaughter. Yeah, I love that.
I remember
movie.
when he flipped the car, where he's getting head and he flipped the car.
Yeah. I remember that. I also remember him in Shawshank Redemption. Old Red. I love that movie. Let me jump down in the chat and say what's up to everybody. Who we got down here? We got Kelly Cat. Shout out to you, Kelly Cat. We got Seashell SoCal. Shout out to you, Pat. Hope you're having a good one. Presby Bros out there. He's kicking some ass. FOMO in the chat.
I can
Let's
smell him
fucking
through
go.
the screen. He's got ladies' fragrance on. I can smell him. It's very flowery and scenty
Yeah, he's
and
very
lemony. I
scenty.
can smell it.
Yeah, let's fucking go. We got FOMO in the
He
chat.
buys
as well.
about 10 bottles a day, I'm telling you. This man, I would love to go to his house just to see his collection. You know when Floyd Mayweather Jr. used to have a wall of money before he went bankrupt?
Yes.
He used to have like a wall of money. I imagine if you go to Presby's house, he's got one of those aftershave walls.
He does.
You know what I mean? Where he goes, I'm going out tonight. I've got to put my finest fragrance on, a bit behind the ear.
He has to do that. He's got a whole wall of this fragrances. You got to get him just right. We got Miami John out in the chat. Shout out to Miami John. Feeling a little bit under the weather today. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, bro. Hope you're having a good one out there. Who else we got in the chat? We got anybody else? Did I skip anybody? Did I skip over anybody? King Yeti.
FOMO was there, wasn't she?
Yeah, FOMO. Shout out to FOMO, of course. FOMO, the legendary FOMO. It's her birthday month, I think. Still her birthday month. So happy birthday to FOMO. Still stretching that out. She got the mug.
21 years young, eh?
No, I think
Oh, to be young again.
I think she's 25 or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
25,
Yeah,
man.
she looks great.
I can't even remember what it was like to be 25. You know what I mean? Because that was 20 years ago.
That was
What was I doing when I was 25?
Yeah, that was a minute ago. 100%. Presby Bro says that's me. 100%. He's got the wall of fragrance. Okay, you walk in there.
I imagine it's a bit like the James Bond, you know, like Q. It's either going to be like Q's wall, or it's going to be. Do you remember 66 Batman?
Yeah,
You know, where he's got like he goes down the fucking, he picks up the phone and he goes down the pole,
Yeah.
and then he's got this fucking like decadent fragrance wall.
Yeah, well, you know, with Presby Bro, he's like Q. You walk in there, he's like, okay, what kind of woman are you trying to attract? You're like, you want a blonde? I got this for you. You want, do you want some sort of Arab? I got this. You want a Persian? I got this. Do you want an Italian? I got this. You know, he's got all the right sense to dial it in just perfect to attract the right kind of fish. He's got the right kind of bait for the right kind of fish.
But you know what I worry about? He's always posting pictures, right? Of like he's got the fragrance, he's got the cuisine. You know what I mean? He's probably got the clobber. But I see that he's got a lot of animals. He's got like this menagerie, right? And I'm wondering what the animals think of the scent. Because they've got the sensitive noses. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine when the cat, like when they like the scent, they're all like, but can you imagine if the cat comes up and goes, ugh, you know, imagine if the cat tells you your scent's bad. Can you imagine it? If the cat gives you the old, oh, not that one, that's got to go in the bin, bruv.
Yeah, Presby, do your cats have an affinity for any specific type of cologne or scent, or, you know, can you tell, or does it not matter? I wonder if it doesn't even matter. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they just ignore it. I don't know. But I do know animals are very sensitive to scent. They are very sensitive to all that kind of stuff.
They don't seem to care when they shit in the corner and you wake up to it, like, do they?
No, that's the kind of scent that they don't have a problem with. But, you know, cats are really good, though. They don't really want to shit where they sleep or where they eat or any of that kind of thing.
Shit where you eat. But you know, the worst thing is, right, is like, because you live in an incredibly hot country, right, so it don't really affect me. I've usually got, like, some kind of footwear on. But could you imagine if you live, like, where you live, right, and you just roll out of bed and you've got sleepy eyes and then you put your foot down and that shit squishes between your toes or something? It's like, that must be the fucking worst thing ever. You just probably want to grab that cat. Yeah. I imagine that's happened to Mersh, right? I would imagine that has happened to Mersh, where he's just woken up, right, after doing a late stream and he's been on the sauce, right, and he like wakes up and he's like, just puts his foot down and lands in a load of shit.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, but cats don't do that. They only poop right in their specific location. They're very clean animals, bro. They're not like dogs who get all confused and they'll just shit anywhere. But even after you train a dog, you know, they're really good about that. They will refuse. Like, I had an English bulldog, you know, of course, that's my kind of dog. I love English bulldogs. And he was about 90 or 100 pounds. He was a very stocky, very big, beautiful dog. And after we trained him on where to go poop, he refused to poop inside. He'd wait at the door. He'd do his little dance, like, let me out, let me out, let me out, all that good stuff. We got Zaid in the chat. Shout out to Zaid. Let's give him a little nut right there. Boom. I got a package from Zaid. I'll be showing it on the lunch table.
Yeah, FOMO got a mug today. I noticed that. You reposted that.
Yeah, FOMO got her mug. Happy birthday to FOMO. But we'll be showing Zaid's package. We'll be talking about it on Friday.
I do not want to see Zaid's package. The man's 6'6", fucking won't fit on the screen. What are you doing to me, bro?
Yeah. Don't take it that way. That's not what I meant. Not as, you know.
I've seen a trophy today. I don't want to see another trophy. You know what I mean? I've seen the only trophy that counts, the Conference League trophy. I don't want to see some man's trophy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
especially some 6'6" dude, mate. Fucking hell. Yeah. If you're gonna do it, show me a midget. Show me a 5 foot person.
Make me feel good. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Have you heard about that? Like some guys, they like to date the shorter women because they like it when the woman can put both hands on their cock. Have you heard about this? So it makes their dick look big. They don't like women with big hands because it makes their dick look small. Have you heard about this?
I don't know. No, I always remember, like, they said it was weird about Tom Cruise, wasn't it? Because, you know, the tiny Tom Cruise thing. He always dates, like, Nicole Kidman towered over him. And he always looked really awkward, didn't he? Like, fucking...
Well, Tom Cruise is full on gay, bro. He's not, that's not even his child with what's her name? Who was that? The lady he supposedly had.
Katie Holmes? Yeah, did he have one with Katie Holmes?
Yeah,
I thought Jamie Foxx was the father because he was rumping her, wasn't he, Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, but the kid's white. The kid didn't come out half and half. The kid's
maybe Jamie Foxx is white. Maybe he just puts makeup on. I don't fucking know. He's another crazy guy, didn't he? He got that brain injury and then he started saying a load of weird shit.
Bro, that's when everybody said he got cloned right there, bro. They said he really died and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty crazy.
I never liked Jamie Foxx because he ruined Miami Vice for me. You know the funny thing about that? I am like the biggest Sonny Crockett mark. Not Don Johnson mark, but the biggest Sonny Crockett mark. I always look in the mirror and I go, James, if you could be anyone else in your life, who would you want to be? Well, I'd want to be Sonny Crockett in Miami Vice in the 80s. And then they make this remake with Michael Mann. And I'm like incredibly excited, right?
Yeah.
And the movie is dog shit. And the reason it was dog shit is because Colin Farrell obviously was playing Sonny Crockett. Yeah. He is an extremely good looking man. He oozes with Irish charm and charisma. But apparently Jamie Foxx had just come off winning the Oscar. Can't remember what he won the Oscar for, but he said, I'm the lead.
Yeah.
You know, the movie has to go through me.
Yeah, bro,
and he is like a charisma vacuum. He is a charisma-less void. He's just like another black idiot who thinks he can act. He's like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't get the Michael B. Jordan thing.
No,
So he completely ruined that Miami Vice remake for me.
100%.
And I know they're doing another one now. I think Austin Butler's gonna play Sonny Crockett.
Yeah.
I think Michael B. Jordan's playing Tubbs.
Yeah, I was watching Sicario the other day with Benicio del Toro and James Brolin. Fucking love that show.
Is that the one where he murders the entire family at the end, including the kids?
Yeah,
he just shoots them at the table, doesn't he? That is crazy shit, man. Show. I tell you,
I was watching Josh Brolin back to back. I watched No Country for Old Men, and then I watched Sicario. Both fantastic movies. Fucking loved it. Loved both those guys. Fantastic actors, bro. And who was that guy that played the killer in No Country for Old Men?
Javier Bardem.
Oh, Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem. That's how you gotta say it, James.
Is he the one? Is he still with Penelope Cruz? I think he was.
Yeah.
Was he with Penelope?
Yeah, they're married. They've been married for a while now. Penelope.
But Penelope Cruz was knobbing Tom Cruise, wasn't she, on Vanilla Sky?
Bro, no, it was contract. It was a contract.
Yeah, I know. I think I would have gone the Cameron Diaz way, because I remember when Cameron Diaz came along in The Mask. I looked at Mask, not for me, right? But when I saw Primo Cameron Diaz, my heart nearly beat out of my chest. I'd never seen a woman so beautiful.
Primo Cameron Diaz was in The Mask. After that, she went downhill, bro. What do you guys think in the chat? Primo Cameron Diaz, was she better in Charlie's Angels or in The Mask? She was a little more curvy earlier on. That's why
she married one of the geezers from Good Charlotte, didn't she? That's more tattooed than man. She married. I think, was it a Good Charlotte guy? I think she married.
No, she married that biker guy, the guy who rode the motorcycle or whatever. Fucking crazy guy. Yeah. Vanilla Sky, Zayd says, was a nuts movie. Yeah, it's fantastic. Zayd also says he's 6'4". Kelly Cat, she says she's 5'1.5 inches. Got to get that half inch in there. She's got them little hands. She got both hands.
I'm a half inch, apparently.
Both hands on that stick right there. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, Kelly. Pull up. Let's go. FOMO says you can put Kelly Cat in his pocket. Yeah. Let's see here. FOMO said I had the same heartbeat out of the chest moment when the first time she saw Legolas in the movie. Legolas, really? That guy?
I thought she was going to say you or me. I'm kind of crestfallen now. I thought it was going to be like you. Or if it was you, I'd be like, yeah, right. Because look, Ray's hair's looking great now. He's got the product in. He's salvaged it. Look at that.
I tried to pull it back together, bro, after my lesbian haircut days, bro.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Well, okay, guys, who is your movie crush? FOMO says it was Legolas. What was that guy's name? I forget his name.
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, Orlando Bloom. Bro, you know that motherfucker was crazy because he was with Katy Perry for a while, and that bitch is loco, bro. That bitch is nuts.
Who's she with now? She's with Trudeau, isn't she? Imagine that, right? She goes up in a rocket. Everyone like absolutely lambasts her, pillories her, and then she ends up with fucking Justin Trudeau, who's clearly a homosexual. It's like it's not even every guy I see now. I think, yeah, you're definitely gay. I think everyone's gay.
Yeah, no, it's a contract. The thing is that we don't understand because we're normal people. We think we get with somebody because we want to fuck them or because we love them. But they get in this stuff for public things, for PR, for campaigns. The whole reason Tom Cruise got with Penelope Cruz is because they made that movie together and they could call it Cruise and Cruise. And that was like a fucking PR campaign to push that movie forward. As soon as the movie was over, bro, they broke up. They went completely separate. Let's see here. Kelly Cat says Julian McMahon was one of her crushes.
From Nip Tuck?
Yeah.
That's the Nip Tuck, the Australian guy, isn't he? He dated, I think, Danny Minogue.
Yeah. Oh, no, Kylie. Was it Danny Minogue or Kylie Minogue?
I think it was Danny. I was always right. There you go, right? Who do you prefer, Kylie or Danny? Yeah. Now, that's a thing, right? Because Danny got better with age. Yeah. She's like a fine wine. And Kylie, of course, has had a couple of bouts of cancer, so she ain't primo 80s fucking Kylie. You know, Kylie's very much of the 80s.
Yeah.
Post 80s, it's like Madonna. Madonna was like of the 80s. Post 80s, Madonna was terrible. You know, she got into Kabbalah and like fucking just became nuts.
Yeah, no, I always hated Madonna, bro. I never liked her. I thought she was always crazy. The only song I kind of liked was that Vogue song, but I always thought she was crazy, bro.
I like Into the Groove, mate, when Jim Skin does it, and everyone starts dropping the shoulder and all that. I fucking love that. That's the best thing on Kick. Kick's dog shit now. Have you noticed that? Yeah. Kick's gone bad now. Well, it's like every platform goes to shit, right? Fucking Rumble's dog shit. For me, I watch Nightwave, you know what I mean? It's like Rumble's dog shit. It's full of like politicians, fucking boomer conservatives. It's not really my cup of tea. Kick appeals more to my like nature. And now Kick's gone down the fucking toilet.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that like unbeknownst to you and I, they have a whole network of like this money that's pushing one or the other forward. Like with Kick pays a whole bunch of clippers to clip a whole bunch of their chosen streamers like Clavicular. I got him. We'll talk about him in a minute. He got off the steroids. He's back to nerd maxing, bro. He looks horrible now. He looks like he withered up and died, man. We'll pull him up in a minute, but but anyway, they have like they pay like Clavicular, for example. The stake people pay $100,000 to people to clip him and to push him constantly because he pushes Kick, and then he pushes through Kick people over to Stake, and Stake owns both Kick and Stake is the gambling company, and that's what it's all about. If you can get your clippers to clip you and you pay them, you can basically hijack the algorithm and then bend it as you will. And that's why we see these people everywhere. It's because they're subverting these algorithms by having all these clippers. Like I'm talking 100,000 clippers, bro. And they get paid like $100 a clip or something like that. It's crazy money, and it's happening all over the place. I think the most is what they do is they join Discords, and then they do these clips and they submit them. And they get paid for them. And if they get a clip,
it's like a soap opera, isn't it?
Yeah.
And every week you get another guest, right? So it'll be who's big, HS, Ed Matty, Clavicular, Baby Alien, and then they're all suddenly in the same place at the same house at the same time. It's deliberately accidental. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a real coincidence. We're all hanging out and partying together. You know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell, come on.
It's the same thing. If you guys remember, it's the same pattern that happened with reality TV. Do you remember when reality TV came back? The first reality TV show was Survivor, and it was real, and we were all captivated because we were watching real people do stuff, and it was fantastic for a little while. And then Hollywood discovered that it's cheaper to make reality shows than it is to make real shows. And so they all started shifting over to reality shows. And so all reality shows then became scripted. Like the Hollywood, what is it? The Housewives of Hollywood, or Hollywood Housewives, or Orange County
Real Housewives.
Right. That whole like chain is a scripted chain, and it becomes a soap opera that people tune into. And so that's the same thing that's starting to happen to streaming, where it's all becoming scripted. It's all becoming like the wrestling channel. Like, you got the baby face, which is the good guy. You got the heel, which is the bad guy. And it comes in and pokes people, like the Charleston Whites, or you got your, other Fresh and Fits, or you got your, ABBA and Preach have done a heel turn, because I don't know if you heard about ABBA, but he's been apparently fucking a whole bunch of women, getting them pregnant, lying to them and all this kind of stuff, and manipulating them.
But there goes my hero. Look at him.
Yeah.
There you go. What a hero.
Yeah. No, but it's crazy. So that's what's going on with
he's just been a black dude, isn't he? He's probably going to walk away and not pay any maintenance.
Well, no, that's exactly what's going on. And what's funny about it is it's all starting to blow up in his face. And, in ABBA and Preach, they built this big, platform over a number of years, and they got pretty wealthy off of it. And but it's blowing up in his face now, because he's no different than that little Walter guy that was on Fresh and Fit that got caught fucking Daisy Chin, and getting her pregnant and all this kind of stuff. And, it's all behind the scenes. They can't resist it. You know what I'm saying? And they all lie, and they're big hypocrites about it. And then they come out and tell us how to live and all this bullshit. It's all bullshit, bro. And
do you know what one of my favorite things is? I wake up in the morning, right, and I log on to X, right, and I go, I'm going to go to FOMO's channel. I'm going to go to Forest Mummy's channel, and I'm going to check out what's going on in Colorado politics, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's always the people, right, that shout the loudest. The big time lefty liberal lovies, the people that their shit doesn't stink. And then you find out, it might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take a couple of years, but you find out they're either corrupt, they're a fucking nonce. You know what I mean? They're doing all these things, and these are the ones that shout the loudest about fiscal conservatism, or people that want to keep transgenders out of women's bathrooms, right? And then you find out that they're the biggest sexual deviants in the world.
Well, that's
the people that shout the loudest are the biggest hypocrites.
Well, that's what's going on, and also they shout to get attention to make money, because then through NGOs and through different kind of organizations, they can get a piece of the pie. For what they're talking about, what they're doing. And, without even doing anything, the more attention they get, the more money that they receive. Just like, we got Spencer Pratt now running for mayor. All of a sudden, everybody's behind Spencer Pratt. Isn't this funny, bro? As soon as Spencer Pratt signs a contract to do a reality show, if he wins and becomes mayor, everybody's now all of a sudden behind him. And that's what I'm trying to say is that, like, that's what politics are. It's like the left hand or the right hand, but they're both the same thing. They're going to get rid of Karen Bass, which is our current mayor in California, in LA, and she's horrible. And they're going to bring in Spencer Pratt, but we're going to very quickly see he's the same. He's going to be the same.
Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, he's going to be the same as Trump. Trump came in and changed everything up, and he didn't change a damn thing. Spencer's going to come in, and you know what? Nothing's going to change because the Olympics is going to be coming in 2028, and the Olympics is going to take over LA for those 2 years, up until those 2 years. And that's where
you got the World Cup around the corner, haven't you?
And the World Cup too, yeah. And but they're really using this whole Olympic thing to change the face of LA. And it's really sad. They haven't rebuilt anything in the Pacific Palisades. I also asked the question, how's Lahaina doing in Maui? They haven't even rebuilt that yet. That's been a number of years. And then you got up there in Ashton, North Carolina. They haven't rebuilt that yet. So it's horrible. It's all horrible.
There's no such thing as a change agent or a change candidate. They're just the same. You know what I mean? They just talk out of a different side of their mouth, but they come in, they get their feet under the table, and they're exactly the same as the other guy. I used to think that there was a distinct difference between conservatives and Republicans, conservatives, Republicans, and liberals and Democrats, but there's not really. They're just kind of in the center. They're all the same. They just kind of move it a little bit to the left. They move it to a little bit to the right. Nothing really changes. It's all the same. They're all upholding the status quo.
Yeah, we got shout out to Mersh in the chat. We got nice guy Mersh on here. Shout out to Mersh. Hope he's doing great out there. If you'd like to jump on, he's more than welcome to. I got the link in your DM. Bro.
He should be doing great, mate. He's had a right fucking result, mate. I tell you, he's had a proper result, mate. He's got rid of a fucking deadweight cunt. You know what I mean? He's had a right result. I'm thrilled for him, mate. He doesn't have to sit in his house now while his missus is playing Pokemon on the fucking Switch. You know what I mean? When she should be in the kitchen or sucking his dick. You know what I'm saying? No. I think Mersh has had a proper result. And I didn't hear of this other guy. I never heard of him. Was it Kevin Rigatoni, Kevin Spaghetti and Meatballs? I don't know what his name is. Kevin Lasagna. Yeah. I never heard of this fucking guy. So I think he's had a proper result, bro.
No, I thought Mersh did a fantastic job. I even said as much. I thought he was at a banger.
Yeah, he's back to his best. Yeah. Last night's show, he was on it, mate. He was on form. He was vibing. Yeah. The chat was loving it. Yeah. He's got rid of a dead fucking weight. I mean, think about it, right? I think I never followed this fucking bird. You know what I mean? I never interact with her in the chat. She's not my fucking cup of tea. But I remember when I heard something like once, she goes, I've been vetted by Nick Recader. That to me means she's probably been pumped by Nick Recader. And then there was fucking Schizo Sean. There was Ralph. Oh, yeah. There's this fucking Kevin Tagliatelle. I don't know his fucking name. Well, you know what I'm saying? Just the change. And it's like, a bird like that's gonna you come out of this looking good. Yeah. You were a good guy. You didn't cheat. She cheated. Yeah. She's the one who looks like a fucking idiot. No, she fucked a guy for a map book.
Yeah, facts, bro. No, and Mersh did fantastic. And I thought his stream the other day was awesome. And I thought he handled everything like a professional and maintained his dignity all the way through. So shout out to you, Mersh, on that one.
And all the people that laugh, right, and take the piss, right, and they go like, oh yeah, he got cut. They're the people, right, that have never had a fucking girlfriend in the first place. So she wouldn't have cheated on you because you never had a fucking girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
That's
all blokes. I've been cheated on. You've probably been cheated on. The best looking blokes in the world have been cheated on. It's nothing to be ashamed of. He was having sex with a bird and she stepped out of line because she was a skank. That's not a slight on you. That's a fucking slight on her, mate. And I'll tell you, once she gets rid of Kevin Rigatoni, there'll be another guy in the chat, or there'll be another streamer that she goes after. It's the nature of the beast with women like that.
Well, it's the truth. And also, you can't give up on trying to have a relationship because that's important to make yourself happy. Not all women are going to do that. But it is a handful trying to
think about it as well. Mercy's single. The summer's around the corner. He's got a lot more money in his pocket. Think about it. Imagine if he'd lost me. It would be worse if he lost me, because I'm the guy making money for him with my super chat voice. I'm still here. I'm still your pal, mate.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I think that's the most bitter pill to swallow is the fact that, bro, how many of us have been in a situation where, a good friend of ours gets an opportunity to take advantage of the situation, and then instead of maintaining the friendship, they go ahead and destroy the friendship to take some opportunity, whether it's for money, whether it's for a woman, whether it's for fame, bro. Fame will do that to you. I've been around a lot of famous people that, you watch them get stabbed in the back time and time again, and they get to the point where they never fucking leave their houses. What
Yeah.
about you guys in the chat? Have you ever had a situation where one of your close friends just fucking put that knife right in between your shoulder blades, and you're like, "What the fuck? Fuck you guys, man." That's the thing that's really hard to understand is, James, as we mature as men, we get to the understanding that friendships, come few and far between. So it's in the utmost to maintain those friendships. I mean, sure,
Oh yeah.
James, you and I, we can always go out and get a hooker for the night, or pick up a good hottie, or maybe a stripper, or
Not if I'm
whatever.
standing next to Zayd, I don't think I'll be able to do it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because he's like 6'6". He gets the old hog out. I'm gonna look like a right twat.
yeah, exactly. Zayd, you can't. Oh no, Zayd has to roll with
He
this.
can't be anywhere near me. He just can't be near me. He's got to be in another state, mate, another postcode.
But I tell you what, you don't do. You don't turn your back on, especially your guy friends.
You don't turn your back on a gay man. I know.
on a gay man. What are you saying, James? No, you don't do that kind of shit. I think with women that's normal though. Women stab each other in the back all the time just to.
Oh, they're terrible. Get 3 women in a room, mate, and they'll be pulling each other's hair out within 10 seconds, mate.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah.
They won't bother to ask their name. They won't bother to ask like what they do for a living. What you doing here. It'll just be there'll be chaos, mate.
Yeah,
and they'll all
facts.
be fighting over me.
No, facts. And also, the other funny thing too is that the only thing women hate more than other women is women that are prettier than them. You get a woman around another woman that's fucking drop dead gorgeous, and you will see the claws come out in all kinds of crazy situations.
I love it when they start bitching, and I'm in like, because it's like, have you ever been out, right? And you're out with your pals, and you got female pals, right? And there'll be a bird that saunters by, and all the blokes will look at her. They give her the look, they'll be looking straight at her ass. They'll be checking her out, and then your female pal will give you the dirtiest fucking look and start giving you the biggest serve. You know what I mean? And she'll be going, she'll do the full karmic. She'll be like, whore, whore.
Well, it's here's the truth about the whole thing. James, you give me your take on this, and you guys in the chat, you let me know what you think. Men and women can't be friends. That doesn't work that way. If you got a girl that's your friend, I mean, outside of childhood, as soon as you guys get to puberty and all that kind of stuff, somebody wants to fuck the other person. Also, if you guys were friends, and you looked at another girl's ass, or some girl with big boobs came by and you took a look at it, wouldn't the other friend be like, "Yeah, that's nice, right? All right." Instead of being like, "What are you doing? You should be looking at me." That's what's going on right there. James, what do you think?
When I was younger, women always used to beat me up. They always used to punch me on the arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think that's because they had a crush
Women were
on
like
you,
mean
bro.
to me. I never realised that was their form of flirting back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When you're younger and you're kids, like women fucking like.
No, that happens.
Women are always like,
That
yeah,
happens.
it's like they pick on you, and you think they hate you, but they secretly love you, and it's like
It's all
crazy.
that sexual chemistry coming out.
And it's been like that for me my entire life. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's like I walk into a room and it's like I
All
get
that-
on really well with women.
No, all
I
that
just love being
sexual
around
tension.
women. I got to say, I do love being around women.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's
No,
fun.
it's fun.
It's like it gets the blood pumping, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It like makes you feel good. There's nothing better than like when you're on like the cusp, you're on like that crest of a wave. You're just about to like pull this bird, and it's like a land of opportunity. You know what I mean? This relationship could end up being anything. It could be the best thing. It could be the worst thing. It could be a one night thing. But it's just, it makes you feel alive. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah. No, I
but
agree.
the problem is, good women are so hard to find now. They are like as rare as hen's teeth. It's like like in this online world,
Well,
all the women are like of a similar ilk.
Well, what do you mean?
know what I mean?
What do you mean by that? What do you define as good women, James? What would be a fundamental characteristic? Do you mean like a loyal
Someone who's
woman,
got
or
like,
what?
I just think someone who's a bit more like wholesome, you know what I mean? A good woman, like got some family values, got a bit of decency, doesn't step out on a bloke, isn't fucking like, someone who's got some core values, might have a family, you know what I mean? All the things that make an essence of a good woman, not someone who's like fucking bouncing around chats and trying to pull the bloke who's on the stream, you know what I'm saying?
But
It's like,
but they still can't wear panties, right? You don't want them to have any panties on.
nah, I like him to have like as least on as possible. See, I'm that guy. See, I'm kind of like enigma wrapped in a conundrum. But like when you're with a bird, you can do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have someone that when you walk out the door, they ain't gonna fucking fuck you over, or the first guy that comes along. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You want a loyal hoe, basically. You want a
Bit of
hoe
integrity,
that's going to be loyal. You don't want I think these women that go around chasing clout, that's crazy. That's what and I think that's what the seduction of women, and the whole Adam and Eve thing, where, I always wondered reading the Bible what the pride of life was. And I didn't never thought that men could have the pride of life, but women can definitely have the pride of life. And here's why I'm going to drop a little nugget on you. Women they seek worship because they are objects of worship. Men don't, because men don't understand that, okay? Men have never been objects of worship and never will be. I'm not talking about gay guys. Gay guys are a percentage unto themselves. But I'm talking about normal men. Normal men, I mean, James, you and I could go, a month without getting a compliment out in the real world, right? Yeah, I take a girl who puts on a pair of yoga pants and like she gets complimented on everything 3 or 4 times in a fucking hour. You know what I'm saying? They get so much more compliments and attention.
I can't even buy a compliment. The other day I was out, right, and I held the door open for a woman, right?
Yeah.
Because she had a kid and she had like some shopping. So I held the door open for her, and she wasn't great. I wasn't asking her to thank me or be grateful, right? But I wasn't asking her to fucking shout, swear, rant and rave at me and tell me how she's a big, strong, powerful woman and she don't need no man's help. I'm like, darling, I'm holding the fucking door open for you. It's called common decency and being a gentleman. And that's like a fucking bad thing now. She made out and fucking told everyone in Hailsham that I was basically the biggest male chauvinist that had ever walked the planet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do you embarrass me in front of everyone? Yeah. And I go, what did you do, mate? I held the door open for her. Well, oh, no, that couldn't be right. Well, she wouldn't have been like that if you'd just held the door open. I was like, oh, fuck off, and just walked off.
Yeah, James, did you try wearing yoga pants, though? I hear that works.
The ones with juicy, could you imagine if I went out with a juicy
ass
pants?
Crack? Yeah, you gotta have the ones that run up your ass crack, bro. That would be so funny if like men just started wearing like fucking yoga pants everywhere to get attention.
Women some women are an absolute nightmare in the gym, though, aren't they?
Oh, bro.
If you're like, women in the gym are the fucking worst, man. I tell you, that is the worst place to find a woman in. I find, because it's like, as a bloke, right? If you go to offer help. You know what I mean? Or if you even walk in the vicinity.
You're damned if you don't.
Yeah. It's like the worst place.
Yeah, so I just try to fuck everyone I see. Kelly Cat in the chat says, we definitely want to be worshipped, 100%. Pat in the chat says, I used to think so when I was young about men and women being friends. But I've learned that it's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible.
Sexual tension. It's the sexual tension, man, isn't it? It's like...
Well, the way I look at it, women are the collar.
Push me, pull me.
Yeah, women are the collar, and men are the black lines that contain the collar. You know what I'm saying? The two together work brilliantly, but you can't, have it just not one, and one's going to be just a collar going everywhere, uncontained collar. The other's just going to be some boring black and white lines. You don't want that. So you put them two together, they're great. But no, men and women can't be, especially after puberty, because there's either the sexual chemistry develops from one side or the other, and then the other one knows that they have the leverage in the relationship, and they tend to abuse that if it's non-reciprocal. And then you get these guys who have these friends that are women, and they help them move everybody, and they do all this kind of stuff for them, and they never get any reciprocation, and they're waiting around for that one day that the girl's going to notice that they're a good catch. Notice me. I helped you move. I helped wash your car. I helped fix your car. I changed the water pump. I can do all this stuff. I even counseled you when your boyfriend dumped you and beat you up, and you went back to him and you came, all that kind of stuff. And that's what they want. Shout out to Scribe in the chat. Good to see you, Scribe. But that's the way it is. And that's because women can't reciprocate unless they're cooking for you or unless they're fucking you. And that's one of the things.
When that was like that Oso Miami the other day, wasn't she? She jumps in the chat on the Saturday and she was like, I'm looking for a big, strong man to come and help me move.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, that's your in, John. That's your in. You're in Miami. You should go and give her. I hear she's very liberal with the men. Yeah. So you should have gone and seen her, You might have got a pizza, a beer, and a shag.
Yeah, no, 100%. Shout out to Will in the chat. Will just got his mug the other day for the Golden Veto Award. He did a really cool video about it. Go follow Will.
Well, that vodka went down quick.
Yeah, well,
this stream's about to take a heavy nosedive.
It's all good. You better refill it up again. And I don't know, Will, do you have a YouTube channel? If so, let me know. I'll help promote it. He's working on a book coming out pretty soon. So shout out to Will as well. But no, that men and women can't be friends, and then that's it. That's case closed, bar none. And we've been sold a bunch of bullshit about this feminism stuff, about all this kind of social programming. We just got to fucking get over it, people. And men, if you like your girl, just go up to her and say, hey, let's fuck. And if she says, ew, then case closed, it's over with. But if she pauses, even for a second, you're in, bro. You're in. So that's the way I say to do it. James, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, buy a ticket. Buy a ticket to the lottery. You know, that's what I'm saying. Summer's around the corner. Everyone's going to get laid. It's going to be like one of those movies. You know what I mean? Like fucking Porky's or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all going to get laid.
Yeah,
That's how it's going to be this summer.
Oh, 100%.
We're going to have a good summer.
Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be cool Vito summer. Hot white guy summer. Let's fucking go. And
Got my new bins. Look at that. Got my new cans on. I love big cans. I'm obsessed with big cans. Ray like small cans. I like big cans.
I'm definitely more of an ass guy, even though I love tits too. Don't get me wrong. I love a good face as well. But bro, here's the one thing: just don't get fat. Just don't get fat. Just stay trim.
Do you know what I love about big cans though, right? You can get a fucking tit wank, right? And then after you finish, you can just fall asleep on these fucking boobs. It's like you'll have the best night's sleep of your life, mate.
That's true. That's true. Let's go ahead and switch gears real quick. We'll talk about these NBA finals coming up. We got NBA finals. Who would you rather sit next to? I don't know if you guys have been seeing this. The New York Knicks are going crazy. You got Ben Stiller, Mariska Hargitay, Fat Joe, Tracy Morgan, Timothy Chalamet, Spike Lee. Dude, who gives a fuck? James, do you care? I mean, I don't want to see any of these celebrities. These look like people who've been out of work for way too long, and they're trying to get an extra couple bucks. What are your thoughts, James?
I don't like Spike Lee. He's always going on about gentrification, you know, how it isn't like it used to be. That Mariska Hargitay, she's got a famous mother, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Jane Mansfield is her mother, isn't it?
I think so. And like, Rosemary's Baby or something like that. Jane
Mansfield is her mother. Out of all of them, I suppose I would be a big Edie Falco fan because, like, I loved her in Sopranos. I'm a big blonde fan. I love Carmela. I always thought Carmela was really sexy, and I'm like, why would Tony cheat on her? Because she was better. She was better looking than most of the gumards. You know, he slept with that Russian bird with one leg, didn't he?
Yeah.
He shagged. He just like. And then who was the other one?
It's
Irina.
about the experience, bro. The other Russian girl was hot, but no, Edie Falco.
Irina,
she was attractive back then. I would like to sit next to Tracy Morgan. Ain't that, I love how he talks all crazy and shit.
Fat Joe, is Fat Joe even, does he rap anymore?
He doesn't even look that fat, really, but...
I think he's friends with, like, Joey Molino, the former boss of the Philly Mafia, who's in, like, this fucking feud with Gene Borello, who I quite like. I always say to you, if we could get, like, Gene Borello and Hootie, the two of us, because everyone just abandons us and leaves us, you know what I mean? John's pretending to be ill in the hospital right now, when really he's, like, shagging some bird or something. I don't know.
Well, I think
it's like,
he's got
they all leave us.
That international hitman. I think he had to go kill somebody over.
He had to have a contract, didn't he? Fucking hell. But
shout out. I like. Go on, James.
No, I just don't see the point. It's all star fucking, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
Those people don't even like basketball. They want to be seen. It's the place to be seen, so they want to be seen.
Yeah.
Because it's the fight. Because it's the conference finals.
Yeah. I got
free tickets, place to be seen.
I got another one for you. Here's Ben Stiller running around trying to get some attention from the fans. It's like he was playing the basketball game or something.
How short is that guy?
That guy is so fucking short, bro. Here, let me.
Do you think he's under 5 foot?
Yeah, he's under 5 foot.
I think Kelly Cat's taller than him.
He's running around trying to knuckle people, wearing I don't know what was he doing, bro? He's like,
this is AI, isn't it? He can't be that short. I'm telling you,
he is that short. So
he's wearing a kid's backpack, and
no, that's what I'm saying. He's like a little kid, bro. He's out there trying to get his attention.
Jesus.
But here we got. This is another. If you guys have been watching the finals, this guy right here.
There's my boy Shai Gilgeous.
Yeah, this guy sucks so much fucking dick. He fucking flops so much, bro. He's had more free throws than actual field goals made. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. FOMO says, is John okay? Yeah, John's okay. He's going in for a checkup. He's been having some health issues. He's got a niece who's a nurse, and she said, Uncle John, you got to get in there and get checked out. So he's getting all checked out. He still has some holdover from this concussion, and so he's trying to get that taken care of. But thanks, FOMO, for shouting out Miami John. Shout out to Miami John where he's at. But yeah, we got, Shea Alexander Gilgalis or whatever the fuck his name is. More like
Shai Gilgeous.
Yeah, more like this right here. It's like the flop master. He's over there flopping everywhere. It's fucking crazy. But this whole finals, James, have you been watching it? It's been terrible. Have you been watching these finals?
Blowout. blowouts and blowouts. That's all it is. It makes me think like it's like I saw the. I texted you the other day. I DM'd you, and I was like, God, another fucking blowout. It literally right. San Antonio came out like nobody's business. Right. I think it was like game 3 or 4. And they just blew OKC out in the first quarter, and it was over. They rested Shea for the fourth quarter, and then they go back to OKC, and then OKC put a beating on them.
Well, all this
Wembanyama has a terrible game.
Okay,
so it's like it makes me think they're trying to get to the final game.
Like all they're doing is flopping. Yeah, they're just trying to get to the finals. The OKC, I don't know how they let these guys flop so much. This is fucking crazy. Like basketball is fucking cooked.
Do you remember when Jordan's era and Rodman's era, and this is what we were talking about going with the Bulls era, and they always talk about how LeBron James has like surpassed Michael Jordan, and I'm like, yeah, but you can't say that because there's no physicality in the league anymore. It's all very ticky-tacky. If they get the slightest touch, they take a flop. It should be called the National Diving League. We've got a famous diver over here, Tom Daly.
Yeah.
And it's like that. They're diving all over the place. Yeah. Flopping all over the place.
Yeah, not only that, but the refs have been terrible, and they've been making all kinds of terrible calls. We got this one right here. We got this obvious goaltending call that was missed. The ball's clearly on the rim, and then it's knocked off the rim. All kinds of crazy stuff. So the whole sport of basketball is fucking over with. It's cooked, man. It just feels like it's all manufactured. I saw that the New York Knicks Jim, the owner, he is going to have Trump come to the finals and sit in their box. So apparently Trump is going to come to Madison Square Garden and completely sit in the finals with them, bro. It's like it's hard.
That'd be interesting to hear all the boos. It'll just be wall-to-wall boos.
It's hard to watch. It really is hard to watch because so much of the game, it doesn't look like the game that I used to see in the 90s or the 2000s, But
there's no defense. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. 3-pointers, back and forth, 3-pointers.
Yeah,
I've never seen so many 3-pointers. Everyone just shoots from the arc.
Yeah.
I think they're taking their cue from? You probably don't watch it, but I see a lot of clips of the WNBA because they're always going on about Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. And Caitlin Clark's like big signature move is like she shoots from the center. You know what I mean? She shoots the ball from the center and invariably it goes in. And she's like, fucking, that's what it's like in the league now. There's no physicality. There's no toughness.
No, you're right.
I like the low scoring games. Do you remember when you used to get an 89-69, something like that? Or, you get low scoring games. Now you're getting games in the 140s and it's not even overtime.
Yeah, exactly. Then I got this right here. We got Greg Popovich is being carted around all around the Spurs bench and everywhere, and he looks horrible. This is a theory that they're going to say that they're doing this Popovich tour so that they thinking he's going to die, and that next year then the Spurs are going to be scripted to win the championship. So everybody keep an eye on this. You got Big Popovich going around doing this. What are your thoughts?
He's just a bit like Kerr, isn't he? He just rants about Republicans and Trump, doesn't he? He's very political, Greg Popovich.
Yeah.
But you can tell, look, the lights are on and no one's at home, man.
Yeah. He doesn't look good at all. And you got,
his eyes are blown out. I mean, what's happened to him? Is he having a stroke right there?
Well, he did have a stroke like a year ago or 2 years ago. But that's what people are theorizing that, they're taking him around to have like his one last tour and then, they're saying that the Spurs probably won't win this year, but then now
it's going to be New York. It's going to be New York.
Yeah. This will give them the storyline arc for next year for when they win. So I'm putting my money on it right now. If they win next year, it was all rigged, everybody, 100%. So it's super hard to watch basketball anymore because it doesn't look like the game that we used to watch at all, James. I'm into seeing people in the paint, people fighting back and forth, and we don't see that at all. We see just a bunch of people flopping and jumping into each other. It's more like choreography now. It's absolutely
Wembanyama's over 7 feet, isn't he? Victor Wembanyama, and he flops all over the place. He's got all this natural ability. He's got all this athletic ability over everyone else. He can literally just drop it in the basket, but he'd rather flop around on the floor and take the free throws.
No, you're 100% right. Yeah, he'd rather flop and all this kind of stuff. It looks terrible.
And he's another political guy as well. It's like, imagine we live in an era now where the two best players in the league are Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Victor Wembanyama.
It's crazy. What happened to Allen Iverson's? They're still out there. They're just weeding him out. They're weeding him out for they're changing the game for like more of a Steph Curry behind the three, all this more circus kind of less competitive, more entertainment kind of basketball game.
But isn't it like there's no viewing figures? I think someone said, was it Clay Travis or something, said that the viewing figures are the worst in like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
He said the viewing figures are terrible. He says no one's watching. I think everyone thinks like John now, or like you, that it's all rigged.
It's all
it's a rigged game. No one watches sport really anymore for the entertainment or the enjoyment. I know the World Cup's coming up in your country, and I think it's going to be one of the worst World Cups of all time. I really do. I just think that a lot of the teams are terrible. I think logistically, it's going to be a nightmare. I know Iran having to play all their games in Mexico because no one in America will host them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a logistic nightmare, and the tickets are so expensive. I was talking to Hillbilly Harry about it. Now, the people that would go will come from England, they would come from Scotland, they would come from Wales, Northern Ireland and Ireland. They would travel in their droves, right?
Yeah.
But the reason they're not traveling is, one, because of like, it's hard to get into the fucking country now. Yeah. It's like it's such a hassle. And the tickets are like 10,000, 15,000. Now, if your team goes all the way, gets out of the group, goes all the way to the final, you'd have to remortgage your fucking house just to go to all the games.
Well, that and Spirit Airlines just went bankrupt. So, I mean, they're not going to get any cheap flights out there. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the Palace fans today, right? They literally had to go around the houses to get to the fucking final that was in Leipzig in Germany. And to get back home, they're going to Spain, and then they're going back to fucking France, and then they're getting the channel. They're going through the Channel Tunnel back to England. It's a nightmare to go anywhere now. You said it, didn't you? Yeah. They're trying to stop you from traveling. Yeah. They just want you to fucking sit on your computer and do Zoom.
That's what they want you to do. That's what we're doing right now. But that's definitely what
exactly. We're doing it.
Yeah,
you know
they want you to be like I don't know if you heard about Clavicular. We talked about him earlier, but he's stopped taking the HGH he said he was on, so that
he looks great.
He could get sterile again. Let's take a look at what he's looking like right now. This is him now.
Fucking hell. You don't look that bad. He looks like fucking E.T. when E.T. had AIDS.
All right. Well, maybe that's not exactly him. Maybe that's a little bit of an AI picture. But this is what he used to look like, okay, everybody? He used to look like this, all right? A big guy.
He didn't lift low, did he? No, he was a guy that's notoriously doesn't like going to the gym or lifting weights.
Yeah, he didn't want to work out, but this is what he really looks like now, okay? He doesn't look all emaciated. But yeah, this is what he looks like now, just normal guy, whatever.
I know all the women in the chat are frothing right now. FOMO, Pat, Kelly Cat, they're frothing at the sight of this man.
Yeah, but I thought this was hilarious when I saw this. He looks like he stepped right out of a concentration camp or something like that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This guy isn't going to make it to 30. No. You know what I mean? If I was just going to do like a silly bet, you know what I mean? Like Mersh does with tennis. If I was just going to like grab like 500 quid or something, or you like $500, I'd have a punt. I'll go down to bookies and saying, yeah, Clavicular ain't making it to 30. What odds will you give me?
Yeah. He looks like he's been dating, what's her name? Kelly Osbourne. They got the same look, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Baby Alien looks better than him. You know what I mean? He's got all the disadvantages in life, Baby Alien. Yeah. I mean, his head's massive. You know what I mean? He looks terrible, but he's living a great life. He loves it, mate. You know what I mean? He's making the best life he's got for a midget.
No, 100%. All right. I got something else real quick, guys. We got, I don't know if you guys have been aware, there's been some things going on up in Canada. Okay. So what I got here is this involuntary detention of a biophysicist, Nicholas Jordan Wagner. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about this. This is pretty serious though. So what happened was this guy, right? And he was videoing. He saw his name's Nicholas. There was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Okay, there was. Let's see if I can pull. Well, no, don't do that. I have a video.
Never miss a post from a guy I've never heard of.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here it is right here. So he was in a. This is basically he was in a. Let me restart it so I can get that link active. He was in a cafe, okay, just in a cafe, and somebody approached him, and they were a psychologist, and they had a conversation with him, and then they certified him. Well, I didn't know what certified means. Certified means that they're saying that he's crazy, and then
so is that like sectioning him under that Mental Health Act?
Yes. It's a mental health act in Canada. Okay, so then this happens, and the psychologist tells him he better have an appointment with a psychologist, and he's like fuck off, leave me alone, all this kind of stuff, right? Anyway, flash forward to about 3 weeks later, and he's in the car, okay, and he gets
Dr. Emery.
He gets pulled over by the police, okay, and so he's in the car. He gets pulled over by the police, and the police have said that he has been certified and that he has to now go into a mental asylum, okay, and so they pull him out. And this guy is just a biophysicist. He has a normal job, and because a psychologist that met him in a cafe. It wasn't even his psychologist. They didn't have an appointment, nothing. He didn't know him at all. He just said that he's certified. So then that puts a mark on his public record or whatever. And so now the police go and they specifically pick him up because they have the license plate, the plate readers of his car. They identify him, they pick him up, and they drag him off, not even in jail, but they put him in a general hospital. And he just on Instagram or something tweeted out that he wants to get out, that what's going on is unethical and illegal. And so I want you guys to be aware of what's going on in Canada right now. Here, I'll go
They're
ahead.
pushing all the euthanasia in Canada, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop this Substack. This is where I learned about it, on this Substack, and they're talking about it. I'll drop that link right into the chat. But if you guys want to know anything about it or keep it or anything like that, but it is absolutely wild what is going on over there in Canada, and how they're setting up this National Health Act to go and get any psychologist. Like, bro, like what happened with COVID when they said, hey, what if they said that everybody who questions COVID is now a Looney Tune, and if you question COVID and you get certified as a Looney Tune, you can get put into the fucking mental asylum, which is indefinite hold, and then they can drug you, they can do all this kind of stuff. It's not good at all. It's crazy. Carrie C says Canada's death stats are wild. Good to see you, Carrie.
Yeah, how you doing good, Kerry?
Yeah, she says she forgets what percentage, but there's another crazy story about what happened with that whole the MAID Act that accidentally didn't kill a Canadian. But let me get done with this, and then I'll address that real quick. But so be aware, people. This is moving in. It's already in Canada, where any psychologist, anybody with a certificate, can say that you're crazy, and then the cops can come and arrest you and put you in a loony bin a couple of days later. So keep an eye. What do you think about that, James? That's pretty nuts, bro.
I think if I go to Canada, I'll probably, within 5 to 10 minutes, they'll see one of my shorts on YouTube, and I'll end up in a mental health institution for the rest of my life because they'll think I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And say, get this nut job in the ward, mate. Start shoving needles on my ass and
Yeah.
give me what God knows what.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Canada is like all those countries that you used to think, like big tough Canadians play hockey. You go to Australia, fair dinkum Australians, the outback, tough guys play rugby.
Yeah.
New Zealand, big rugby playing nation. They've all gone soft.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've just been completely, and it's the same with the UK.
Yeah.
Big tough footballers, everyone in the country's gone soft. And it really isn't anything to do with politics. It's just a society thing.
Yeah,
it's just a generation that's coming up, and the way people are and the way people behave,
Right.
and the way they've been raised, and
Yeah.
the universities.
Yeah,
And the countries are just going down the toilet.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's like there's nothing you can do about it. I don't see how you can stop it. And it's like we were able, right? Because I know the big thing for me with Canada is the way they are with the euthanasia. They were like, we wanted to follow the Canadian model, and thankfully the House of Lords in our country, they stopped it from being put through.
Yeah.
And that was a benefit to us because, you know how it starts out as one thing. It'll be like, oh, yeah, you're going to die. You've got 2 weeks to live, with cancer. You can put out your back. That it'll be creeping.
Yeah.
And then anyone who start feeling a bit suicidal will be able to take their own life. That's how it'll end up.
Well, it's all bullshit.
And this
It's
is
all
where
bullshit.
this is where the country's got. In Australia, I've done a video this week. Instead of concentrating on the fact that 1,000 illegal migrants came to this country during the bank holiday and how that's damaging our country, so Keir Starmer was like, no, we've got to concentrate on doing something that's bigger than Australia. We've got to ban social media for all under 16-year-olds.
No, you're 100% right.
What do you think that's going to do?
Yeah.
That's going to be anarchy.
These are all hidden motives, bro. It's not. It's hidden money. It's just like the whole thing with the streamers, where they pay the clippers, and we as viewers never know that they pay the clippers, but they are using that in order to influence the algorithm. That's what's going on with this kind of stuff. All these psychologists, they're probably getting a financial kickback for every person that they certify. Then the insane asylums or the mental homes or whatever you want to call them are making money from every person that's going in there. Just like what happened with COVID. Every hospital that had somebody die of COVID received $40,000. So everybody who put a patient on a ventilator received like $12,000 or something like that. It was every doctor who wrote up that there was a script with COVID received $1,200. So this is a whole money-making thing to shape the perception of what's really going on. It's a big fucking
Yeah, but imagine
lie.
how wild that is, right? Take Canada out of the equation, right? Take where you live, take where I live, take where anyone in the chat lives, right? We get up, we decide, shit, I'm gonna go for a coffee. So I'll go to Costa Coffee. I get an Americana, I get a fucking carrot cake, and I sit down. And then some geezer walks in. I don't know this guy from Adam. He could be fucking anyone. Sits down, right? Fucking evaluates me after
Exactly.
10, 15 minutes of a conversation, and then fucking says, right, you're going to be sectioned under the Mental Health Act. How the fuck is that legal?
Yeah.
He could be anyone. He's just some arsehole that's walked in and made a judgment. What does he know?
Well,
I could be having a bad day. I could be saying anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't know fuck all about me.
Exactly.
He shouldn't have the right to diagnose me after 10, 15 minutes and then fuck my life up.
Well, exactly. And then how many of those people, if that situation occurred back during COVID, how many of the people who objected to COVID would be called mentally insane? I mean, I was called a nutcase because I wouldn't wear a mask. People said that I was like putting everybody at risk because I got kicked out of a couple of grocery stores because I wouldn't put on a mask. Shout out to Tank in the chat. Shout out to Hillbilly Harry. Good to see you guys.
Well, when I went to the supermarket, they were obsessed with social distancing, right?
Yeah.
You walked in and there was all these markings on the floor, how you had to walk around the supermarket. And anyone who would like deviate from that, they'd probably be called a fucking nut job.
That's
you know what I mean?
saying.
It's like,
yeah, this is social manipulation. This is engineering. This isn't real mental health stuff going on. And it's not real mental health going on at all. Let me show, I got another thing to pull up real quick.
I think Kerry's all over this, Kerry C, because she got her ex account suspended.
Yeah, is she back, Kerry?
She's all over it.
I don't know if you got kicked off. She said that YouTube didn't let her know we were on. Well, fuck them, bro. But no, one of the things that I wanted to point out was an influencer who has no right hand got a ticket after the police claimed that she was driving while holding a phone in her right hand, which she did not have a right hand. This is the kind of stuff that's going to be happening, and they don't care because they're making money off of it. Write the ticket, make the money, make the accusation, make the money. Even when it's impossible to be guilty of said infraction, they still want to make the money. So it's fucking wild. I mean, like, look at that little nub. Like, would you date somebody with a nub like that, James?
I don't think the hand job would be too good.
I don't think the hand job would be very good. But I'd give her a shot.
Like a no job.
Yeah.
She'd have to get two stumps. It'd be like, when you're starting a campfire, it'd be like two stumps rubbing it together. You know what I mean? She'd be going like this.
Yeah, maybe she has some special, something else special going on.
I don't fancy the friction burns. You know what I mean? I'm quite. That's not really my cup of tea.
No, 100%. I totally get that. And did you? I don't know. What makes me really think about that is. Did you see that Aiden Ross is doing this whole thing with brand risk now, where he's having people come and they fight? He's doing the
Gypsy Crusader, didn't he? That was quite good. And then it's like, you like me, don't you? And Gypsy Crusader's like, of course I don't fucking like you. It's like,
yeah, it's like the poor man's job of or the poor man's version of like Netflix or UFC that Aiden Ross is trying to go, and he's trying to do with influencers. And I don't know if you guys saw, but the other day. We had Ray J. You guys know Ray J, right? He got knocked the fuck out. Ray J is the guy famously was with Kim Kardashian. Okay, did that Kim Kardashian thing.
That wasn't even flush though, was it? It was like a face wash, and he still knocked him out cold.
Knocked him out cold, like he couldn't even walk after that. The guy was falling into the ropes.
He's so good. You know when they do the thing like they're a zombie? Yeah. I love that shit.
Yeah,
it's like where the brain just fucking.
Yeah, but apparently the fight was supposed to be fixed, and Ray J was upset because the guy really did knock him out. And
isn't that the guy who fought Gypsy Crusader? It's the guy that fucking knocked Ray J out. That was the guy that Gypsy Crusader beat, wasn't it?
Is that the guy? No, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I think maybe. I can't remember. The tattoos.
He's got a weird name, like someone like Scooper. And he's I mean, look at him. Look at the state of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his fat tits all over the place. It's like Aaron Imhole. You know what I mean? It's so weird now. It's like D-Wag did it jokingly the other day, right? He's going, right, we've all got to get in the ring and, we're going to do some celebrity boxing. I'm like, what, our fucking age, mate? We barely lost a round.
Yeah, facts. But okay, so Ray J, he goes home, right? And then 3 days later, they put him in the hospital.
Is this the Kim Kardashian sex tape?
No, no, it's not. This is Ray J in the hospital. He looks like he's a zombie now, bro. And the first thing I thought about was, remember when Ray J said that he was, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Ray J said he was willing to testify against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner about them trafficking drugs and minors. And then they went ahead and did this to him. Now he's in the hospital. It makes me think, like, what the hell's going on here? Is that what's going on? Did they get to Ray J? Did they what do you think, James?
It's God's plan, as Kanye would say.
It's God's plan. Yeah. Bro, he sure didn't. Yeah, he didn't fare too well after that. But I thought that was pretty fucking crazy.
It's amazing, isn't it? How you go up against these women and they can bring you down. Imagine getting brought down by the Kardashians. It's fucking hell.
No, fuck that shit, right?
Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine being strong-armed by the mum manager. I would just be like, get fucked, you cunt.
Bro. Yeah, have you guys seen, Kris Jenner? She got another face job, but her hands look like the Crypt Keeper. Her hands look so fucking old. They look like skeleton hands, bro. It's so scary to look at. But talk about somebody else who's changed is Baby Rexha. Do you guys remember her? Bro, and here's the thing is she's trying to all stand here and look at like how attractive she is.
Baby Rexha.
Yeah, that's her back in the day on the left, and that's her now. And she doesn't understand why people have a problem with the way she looks now. Well, I mean, I've got like maybe 200 pounds of reason. I mean, look at her, bro. Like she looked like she got fish caught in a fish net right there, a whale caught in a fish net. Oh, what do you think about that, James? That's fucking.
But this
insane.
is the complication with women, right? Women are very strange, right? It's take Lizzo or take that Australian girl who was like fat, right? They go, oh yeah, we're body positive, body positivity, but secretly they hate their body and they're desperate to lose weight, but they're quite lazy. They don't want to work out. They don't want to go to the gym. So what they do is this Ozempic came along, right?
Yeah.
And suddenly they couldn't wait to get skinny. And all the people that looked up to them, all the fat people, they're like, no, fuck you. We're with the cool kids now. We look good. We can have any man we want. And this is like the reverse Uno of that. It's like a bird who's let herself go and got fat. And she has to convince herself that now she's a standard bearer for body positivity when she looks fucking terrible. It's just two sides of the same coin,
they
really.
Get all mad.
Like,
they pretend like the body positivity when they're attractive. This is the whole thing, right? With the attractive women. But as soon as they're not attractive, then they hate all that shit, right?
Curvy women used to be attractive. Yeah. Marilyn Monroe was curvy.
Yeah, but
Jay Mansfield was curvy.
Not that fat.
These women ain't fucking attractive now.
Not that fat though. I mean, that bitch is super fat, man. I mean, if you go back and look at like you said, like Marilyn Monroe, I mean, she was curvy. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. But that girl, baby Rexha, she had some ham hocks on her, bro. That she was fat. She blew up, bro. Just like how Kylie Minogue blew up, or what's another one? I'm trying to think of. There was one on the tip of my tongue that got really fat. But all I gotta say is, women, if you can, curvy is okay, but don't get fat, don't get obese. Same thing with men too. I tell men the same thing. You could be attractive and sexy as long as you can still, look good in a t-shirt. Be like Mick Jagger.
Now they can get on the Ozempic cocktail, can't they? Fucking hell, it's easy street now. You don't even have to go down the gym.
Yeah, I would never get on the Ozempic thing, bro. The Ozempic thing is like fucking dangerous.
I'd really never get on. I'm not really a fad guy, you know what I mean? I've been pretty lucky like in my life. You've probably been pretty lucky. We've got pretty good genetics.
Yeah.
And we've never really been overweight. We've never really been fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're probably a bit big. You're bigger than me, but like we don't have to worry about it. As long as we eat well, fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Maybe go for a run, lift a few weights. We can get by. But once you start getting down that road, you know what I mean? You can't get it back. It's like this is why I always like people like Aaron. That tell the white lies. It's very annoying because like this is a guy who makes his money on stream. And he gets fucking trolled all the time. Yeah. And there's a lot of people out there that hate you. You know what I mean? Who are trying to make your life a misery, trying to make your family's life a misery. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, I'm a coach down the gym.
Yeah.
And it's like they're gonna find out, mate, and call you out on it.
Yeah.
You're just a guy that goes down the gym, you spar, and you've done a fucking couple of rounds in a fight. You don't have to make it bigger than what it is.
Right.
I don't make anything what I do bigger than it is.
Yeah.
I go for a little run.
Yeah.
I go for a little jog. I hit the bag.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get in the fucking ring and last fucking 5 minutes.
No,
I'd get
I
knocked
agree.
out within like fucking 1 round because I haven't got the cardio, mate.
Yeah.
I'll be done.
Well,
Doesn't matter how good I think I am. I
Right.
get smashed.
Here's a perfect example. We got a Hillbilly Harry in the chat. His son Jared, you know, he just won a silver medal at the Nationals, bro. It's better to be praised by other people when you really accomplish something than to brag about yourself and be proven wrong. Let other if you're good, let other people praise you. You know what I'm saying? Let them say, "Oh yeah, you know, Jared, bro, he can do judo like crazy. He's fucking fantastic. He's like the top 1% of the fucking
He's an
world."
elite athlete.
Elite athlete. Then be like Aaron and run around saying you're an elite athlete, but being proven wrong at every turn of the branch. Yeah, fuck that shit. Don't like it at all. Not at all.
Because you're gonna look like an arsehole when you get
You
called
are.
out on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna-
He's 0-2,
Yeah,
and fair play to him. He got in and had a couple of fights.
yeah.
But he's not getting any younger. He looks terrible. He's going to be 0-4, 0-6.
Right.
No, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, mate. You don't get better with age when it comes to fighting.
Wait, I mean, what are you talking about? Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, they just had the biggest fight of their career.
That was the best 15 seconds of my life. That was our best stream. That was the pinnacle when I just turned it around. And you go, all right, the fight side. Yeah, it's over.
I was like, what? I can't believe it's over. Yeah.
She didn't even, you know what got me about that fight though, right? If I was Gina Carano and I realised that I had no fucking chance, I trained, didn't train, I would have just ran in there, right? Fucking run forward and tried to knee Ronda Rousey in the head.
Yeah.
I would have just done a flying fucking knee because as soon as she got inside your guard, she was going to take you down.
It's over.
Armbar, it's over.
Yeah.
So you should have just fucking ball rushed her. You should have charged her and done a flying fucking knee, Anderson Silva style.
Yeah.
You would have looked like a right swat, or you would have taken her head off.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? Because she wasn't expecting it. Whoever coached her, like,
Well, see, James, that's because
Terrible.
you're under the wrong impression. You're thinking that she
yeah, I
wanted-
know it's fixed. Yeah, I know it's.
Yeah, you think that she wanted to win. She just wanted to get her
Yeah.
payday and not hurt her face so she can go do
I know, but
an acting career. You know what I mean? It's genius. Like James, if you and I got in a fight so that we could do an acting thing, bro, it makes sense. I think everybody, you know, it's all entertainment now. Football's classified as entertainment.
I just come
Basketball's
from a thing
entertainment.
when it wasn't sports entertainment. You know what I mean? It's like when wrestling was wrestling. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like I like the idea that you would have some integrity and there's some competitive juices.
Ah, see,
you know what I
there's-
mean?
There's where you went wrong. There's no integrity.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah, there
integrity.
is none anymore.
And also, why would
It's all
you
gone
want-
out the window.
Why would you want to do hard work when you could just shortcut it and make more money and disappoint everybody? You know, and that's what's
Isn't that in everything now,
That's in
though?
everything
Isn't
now.
that why
That's everything.
quality and workmanship has all gone out the window because everyone's like fucking cutting corners now?
It's
They're
what's
even
not.
like the movies. Like it used to be an experience. Do you remember when you were younger and you used to go to your parents took you to the cinema? It
Yeah.
was like an experience. They were like, yeah, we're going to go and watch the latest movie. So you get ready, you put your clothes on, you get your ticket, you go to the confection stand, you'd watch all the trailers,
yeah.
then you watch the movie, and then you talk about it when you come out.
Yep.
Now you just like, you get out of bed, whack it on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
Bro.
nothing anymore. It's like the whole industry is just fucking done. And there's no Scorsese.
Yeah.
Who's coming up? Who's the auteurs? Who are the filmmakers? I'm not talking about popcorn cinema, but who are the auteurs? Who are the filmmakers? Who's going to replace Scorsese when Scorsese dies?
AI.
Who's going to play Spielberg when Spielberg dies? Who?
Oh, bro.
Who is replacing these people?
I just watched on Amazon. Have you guys seen this in the chat? I just watched that Jack Ryan movie. James, did you watch those Jack Ryan movies on Amazon? It was a whole series. It's with Jim from The Office. He's Jack Ryan. Have you seen any of those?
No, I haven't.
They're absolute dog shit. Absolute fucking dog shit. Have you guys seen them in the chat? Let me know in the chat if you guys have seen any of these Jack Ryans on Amazon. They must have the biggest motherfucking budget I have ever seen. They do locations. They're doing Italy. They're doing fucking Germany. They're doing England, MI5. They're doing America and Virginia. They're doing Saudi Arabia. They've got like a battleship. They've got private jets. They've got Ospreys, you know, the ones with the dual propellers that can fly straight and go up. They They've got all that. They're flying out of back of a helicopter. They're all CIA, all military, all hooked up, biggest budgets in the world. But it's absolute fucking dog shit, bro. It is dog shit. It's like fucking melodramatic. They got the big music, the whole full orchestra. You know, it's going the whole time, and I'm just sitting there thinking the whole time, like, whose bright idea was it to drop all this money into this fucking 100% shit show? And all I could think of is, this must be 100% CIA propaganda. You know, that's where movies are going. It's all AI. It's all bullshit. It's all CIA propaganda. It's horrible.
I've got one for you.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
Man on Fire. They done a Man on Fire remake. You know the one with Denzel Washington.
I love that.
They done a Man on Fire remake, turned it to a TV series. The location was in Brazil, and it was in the favelas, and it was fucking terrible. I sat and binge watched it because I'm like a fucking insomniac now with all the streams. So I just banged it out in like fucking one sitting, watched like 6 hours of it. And it was like, I really wanted it to be good because I love the movie Man on Fire. Yeah. And it's like, have you noticed how they take anything that was good and make it terrible? When I realized that cinema.
Hold on a second, James. Your audio popped out real quick. Let me fix that real quick. But just hold that thought so that I can. You're on a good rant right there. I want you to get it in. Okay, I think you're back. You're back. Okay, when Tom Cruise.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I realized that cinema was truly dead, is when a casting agent cast Tom Cruise to be Jack Reacher. Yeah. Now Jack Reacher's supposed to be like fucking 7 foot tall. He's like a walking. He's a one-man army.
They should have got Zayd to do that.
Yeah, he's a Zayd guy. He's like, it'd be like casting me as Jack Reacher. Okay. It'd be fucking ridiculous. It'd be fucking ridiculous, mate. And like, you need to be big, imposing, like a one-man army, like that Alan Richardson, isn't it?
I was gonna say that.
Did you see getting that?
Yeah. Did you watch the? Say what you're going to say, and then I'll say what I'm going to say.
No, I just say, did you see the real life confrontation he got in with the dad? Yeah. You know, with on the bike. Well, you talk about it because you know it.
Yeah. He. No, I was going to talk about that. I was going to talk about the actual Jack Reacher show. But yeah, you're right. Yeah. He got in that confrontation with that dad, and they got in a little bit of a tussle. It's because that other dad jumped in front of his motorcycle in front of his sons, which I don't blame him. Hell, bro, you know, after I heard about the full thing, I was happy. But you know, that Alan Richardson displayed more masculinity in that confrontation than he did in the whole entirety of the Jack Reacher show. I went into that series thinking it was going to be fucking awesome. I watched the season 1, season 2. Bro, those fucking shows were dog shit too, man. Alan Richardson was the biggest fucking pussy in those movies. I was in that TV series. I was like, what the fuck? He was always deferring to the female. I'm like, bro, come on, man. What is a man's job only to be used by women? It's like, what the fuck, bro? Did you watch any of those series with Jack Reacher series, James? What were your thoughts?
No, it's not really my thing. I was just talking about like I thought no, honestly, I thought he'd be really good. I was expecting you to say that it was a total improvement on Tom Cruise's interpretation. Yeah. So I'm surprised because he is built.
Tom Cruise was better.
Built. Yeah. He's a genetic freak, isn't he? He's built like that. He's built to do that role. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I thought he would have done it justice. But
he should have done it justice. He's perfect for it. I heard he's casting the new X-Men as Sabretooth. I think that'll be perfect. But no, he should have been a great Jack Reacher. But he was such a fucking pussy in that show, bro. The whole show was fucking terrible. It was like no real fighting. It was the same thing as fucking the Jack Ryan shows, bro. There was no excitement whatsoever in it. You know, I hated it.
But you know what I think it is? Yeah. I think it's the Tom Hardy effect. Tom Hardy is like a fucking guy that he's very sullen. He's quite thoughtful. Yeah. He's a physical guy, and he doesn't take shit from anyone.
Tom Hardy's great.
And I think he tried to come in and say, look, this role, Harry D'Souza, you've got a good role here. I'm a Swiss Army knife. I'm the central figure in the show. But you're taking away from me because Pierce Brosnan's doing a silly Irish accent. Yeah. Helen Mirren's being very hammy. Yeah. There's a kid that looks very gay and very effeminate, and he's giving me shit. So we need to adapt the scripts. You know, we need to change. We need to up our game. And as soon as he did that, they cast him out as some kind of troublemaker. And they're trying to get. They're not. I don't know, cancel him, but they're trying to like blackball him, like Charlize Theron blackballed him. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? They're trying to get this out here that Tom Hardy, you can't work with him. Yeah. He's got a problem with women. He's got a problem with producers. He's got a problem with other actors. He turns up late. He adapts scripts. He ad-libs. All this stuff's coming out about Tom Hardy, yet no one, this is a guy who is regarded as one of the greatest actors in the world because he's such a physical presence. You love Taboo,
Yeah.
and anyone who hasn't watched it, you should go and watch Taboo.
Yeah.
If you want to see a guy put on a fucking one-man show, fucking absolute monster performance, watch that series.
No, what I was going to say was that, no, I agree with you. They're doing the Monique thing to Tom Hardy. They're trying to get him out. They're lying about it. We got FOMO. She says that the actor is objectively hot, Allen guy, not talking in other factors. So of course he's a good looking guy, bro. He's like 6'8", fucking ripped. He's got a great face. Objectively he's an attractive guy. He's like an archetype.
I don't want him anywhere near me in the bar. So keep him away from me.
No, so it makes it worse when he acts like a total pussy, and I think that was the intention. They want to invert what people think masculinity is, and it's bullshit. Pat says the Internalist was a good movie on Prime. Chris Pratt, the series for the first couple episodes. Now, Pat, you bring up a very good point, and I was going to bring this up too. The Terminal List with Chris Pratt was a fantastic show. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Chris Pratt was a Navy SEAL on Coronado. It was another Amazon Prime one. It was a great show. He was masculine. And then they went and they made the spin-off show, and that show was absolute dog shit. I think that's what you're talking about. It has the Internalist on it, and they completely ruined it. Anytime they try to have masculine characters in movies, they seek and destroy. Did you see the Terminal List by any chance, James? It was on Prime.
No, I'm gonna have to check it out. I just go through a lot of like Netflix stuff, man. I watch a lot of fucking HBO Max. And fucking, I watch a lot of fight stuff like DAZN, but the problem is, right, what really fucking annoys me is how they're bleeding us dry, right?
Yeah.
I pay for like the top package, and then DAZN comes up, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you have to pay another 20 quid a month to watch all the fights. And I was like, yeah, sure, because I wanted to watch did you see the Usyk Rico Verhoeven fight?
No.
Now this really got my goat right. Alexander Usyk is without a shadow of a doubt the best boxer on the planet.
Right.
Undisputed cruiserweight champion. Undisputed heavyweight champion. Rico Verhoeven is a kickboxer from K1, right? And he has a 0-1 record in boxing, right?
Yeah.
And he was beating the shit out of Alexander Usyk, right? And if Alexander Usyk hadn't got a lucky stoppage where the ref completely stopped it out of the blue in the 11th round, he would have lost, I think. Even though the scorecards, you tell how bent the referees are. They had them like 95-95, and I think Verhoeven was up 95-93 in one of them. So the referee came to Usyk's rescue because he would have lost his unbeaten record. Yeah. But he was getting the absolute bejesus beaten out of him by a fucking kickboxer. Yeah. So you just get these fights, these speciality fights that are on Netflix all the time now. I do believe there's some kind of like
that's
pay
the goal.
To play.
That's the goal.
It's choreographed, isn't it? Yeah. It's like fucking. It's embarrassing. It's not competitive. Yeah. It's not. But it's like Floyd Mayweather's coming back this year.
Oh,
he's coming back and doing 3 fights because I sent you that video, didn't it? How Floyd lost all these billions. Floyd was a billionaire, and now he's barely got like 2 cents to rub together. Yeah. So he's going to have to come back and fucking fight.
Yeah, heaven forbid he learned how to read 100%. We got...
That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah. 50 Cent, he's come out on top, isn't he? Yeah. On everyone. 50 Cent, man. I never thought this guy was quite smart, but like he's done Diddy, he's done Floyd Mayweather Jr., he done Chelsea Handler, apparently. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, poor guy. He probably regrets the hell out of that. Chelsea Handler, Jesus.
She's been scraped more times than a fisherman's knuckle.
Man, you want to get all kinds of cobwebs on your dick. That's the way.
She's real pissed off with your boy, isn't she, Shane Gillis? She's fucking fuming, mate. Yeah. And who's the other guy, Kill Tony? Yeah. She hates that Kill Tony guy.
I'm not a fan of Kill Tony either. I think he's a little pipsqueak, but I hate Chelsea more. Shout out to King Yeti in the chat. Pat says, CISO SoCal says, Taylor Kish is great in it. Yeah, Taylor Kish used to be one of my favorite actors. He was in, John Carter of Mars. I loved him in that.
You love that movie, don't you? That everyone hates.
I always bring it up. It's a great movie.
John Carter from Mars. Fucking hell, mate.
And then he was in the Terminal List, and he was Chris Pratt's friend who ends up betraying him in the end. It was fantastic. But in the prequel spinoff, it was way too effeminate. It was a soap opera. It was the men yielding to the women. You know, I hate when men yield to women all the time. It's just
Was
bullshit.
it you who told me about the Expendables?
Yeah.
Was it you that told me about that?
Oh.
They're going to do the Expendables.
Yeah, they're going to bring back the Expendables, and it's all going to be a female
which they've already
cast.
really done, because Ronda Rousey was in one, Megan Fox was in one, where
Yeah.
she was like big tough woman.
Yeah, the girl boss, the big tough woman, that needs to go to the wayside. You know, we need to get back to the women that are seductive, that will poison a man, you know, that will manipulate a man, that will do all those devious things, and like, you know, really get everything going. I don't want to see a woman get in a fist fight with a fucking Alan Richardson, bro. You know, a little 110-pound girl, Ronda Rousey, trying to fist fight a big 350-pound Alan Richardson, and Alan gets his ass kicked. I'm over that. I'd rather see him backhand the bitch, and she like cries about it, and then she poisons his can of beer later on in the night, and then gloats.
Women should be like a Matahari.
Yeah, and then gloats over him while he's dying. I'd rather see that.
Yeah. Like a seductress.
Yes.
You know, using their feminine wiles.
Yes.
Using the gifts that God gave them. God didn't give them the gift of physicality.
Yeah.
You know, if I see a woman getting in a fist fight with Jason Statham in a movie, and she's holding her own, I'm like, he could just headbutt her and she'd be fucking in another life, mate.
It's hard to believe.
It's over.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with these the new AI action, James. I don't know if you've seen any of these AI action sequences that they've released lately. It just feels like choreography. It doesn't feel like a fight anymore. It feels like I'm watching, you know, gay people dance and you know. And
do you know that Brazilian martial arts capoeira, like fight dancing?
Capoeira, yeah,
it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that on the beach where they do like fight dancing? You know, it's like they do it on Copacabana Beach. It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
I think it's capoeira. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all fake. Carrie C brings up a good point. She says, "What has become of the female fatale type, like Lucy Lawless?"
Yeah, the femme fatale.
Yeah, the kind of goofy. Yeah, I'll take that. Even though Lucy Lawless was a little bit masculine, I'll still take that. You know, that's still a lot better than what we have right now. Shout out to Riley in the chat. Good to see you, bro. Let's give you a little hand.
I always regret that China didn't go into movies and went into porn.
Oh yeah, Black China should have gone into movies. I mean, not Black China, the regular China. 100% agree with that, bro. But
the one that was going to marry Triple H, and then Stephanie came in and then ruined China's life, and she became a drug addict porn star who did a little movie with X-Pac.
Yeah, I felt so bad for her, bro. I saw a documentary about her. Didn't she live in San Diego or something like that?
All these women always end up in caravans looking terrible. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I like a caravan because I'm like a bit of a gypsy, but I do like a caravan. You know, yeah. I'm a bit of a pikey. I'm like.
Do you like
I always
dags?
think like
you like dags?
Yeah, I like dags. It's like, you know, it's like me, you know, like I like if you compare like Shameless UK to Shameless USA, Shameless USA was a bit pikey.
Yeah, a bit pikey. 100%, bro. But see, that's what you gotta have the genders and the gender identity. You have to have that in movies to create the electricity, right? You got the North Pole and the South Pole, the masculine and the feminine. Between them, they create the electricity of the drama of the movie. If everybody's the same, bro, there's no electricity. It's all bullshit. There's no stakes. It's garbage. Get the fuck away.
Well, they killed the John Wick franchise. They killed it stone fucking dead with that. The female one.
They didn't want
There's a confrontation where John Wick has a fight with her, right? Now, John Wick is supposed to be Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
John Wick is the ultimate assassin.
Yep.
John Wick is almost undefeatable. The only way you can beat him is if you sneak up behind him, and you might get lucky.
Yeah.
And yet she was like kind of holding her own in the scrap.
Yeah, it's complete bullshit. I hate that kind of stuff.
John Wick could kill her with a pencil.
Yeah, that's when they start converting movies to propaganda, where they're trying to shape the thought process of the viewers, and I absolutely detest that. As soon as you wake up from that little, it's a magic spell. As soon as you wake up from the magic spell and you're aware of it, it's absolutely detestable, and I can't watch it anymore. So as soon as I'm like, oh, this is what the fuck they're doing, I have to turn it off or walk out of the movie or whatever. And I can't. James, when was the last time you went to a movie theater? It's been like fucking at least 6 or 7 years.
It's forever.
For me, bro.
I can't even begin to think. Because it's like, it's a ridiculous amount of money, right? So say like, you know me, I'm out in the fucking sticks, all right? Fucking drive there, then you buy a fucking ticket, then you get all your fucking confectionery, and then you fucking drive back. It's like, I can just wait till it comes on fucking TV, and it's my fault, you know, because I'm not going out and like helping cinema. But to me, I don't give a shit. It's like,
I hear you.
And there's not a movie that draws me there. There's not a movie where I go, I have to see it. at the cinema for my experience to be exponentially better when I know the movies that they're producing at the moment are substandard. I like crime movies, I like gangster movies, I like sports movies, I like a bit of the old ultra violence, I like the old porno, you know what I'm saying? It's like fucking it's like you know what I'm saying? It's like there's nothing that draws me there or wants me to go, I need to experience this at the IMAX. I need to experience this at fucking cinema. If you're not producing a good, it's like all the movies, right? If I'm a bloke and I'm watching it, right, and I take a date or I go on my own or I go with my family, there's nothing worse than watching basically men be emasculated and saying that you're not needed. Women have taken over your role. You just go and get an apron and a penny and get in the kitchen. And I like cooking. There's nothing like wrong with cooking, but I'm just saying they're trying to like reverse the roles.
We're trying to invert it. They're trying to invert the roles.
Yeah. And it's like let's just stick to our roles.
Let's keep that chemistry.
Men are the action movie stars. I don't really want to see a female action movie.
FOMO says the last one she saw was Top Gun. I don't think I went to a movie theater to see that. Let's see. We got Hillbilly. Harry says he hasn't seen one in 20 years. Kelly Cat says she went last night to see Michael at the movie theater, and it was good. Fantastic.
Not Michael Jackson.
Hey,
Jesus.
Was it the Michael Jackson movie? Kelly, drop me a.
Oh my God! I want to know was Bubbles in it? Was Bubbles in it? If Bubbles wasn't in it, I don't want to know.
Yeah, King Yeti says, well, what John Wick does isn't possible either. It's a suspension of disbelief. That's a great point, King Yeti. I agree with you 100%. But don't
destroy my fantasy that John Wick can defeat 1,000 people.
No, but see, here's the thing.
I've watched the 300, mate. Right. It's possible.
Yeah, 100%. No, but the thing is it's an inversion of tropes, and I think that every person, we have archetypes that we all believe in. Society runs upon stereotypes and archetypes, and the inversion of that is something that is absolutely destructive, and that's why I can't stand it. And you're right. I mean, like Baba Yaga, of course, that's a fantasy. It's a dark nightmare. But I'd rather see about a woman who kills men through seduction than a woman who goes out and inverts her entire archetype and becomes this masculine individual and fights with other men too.
Asian cinema does that. There's a movie called Lady Vengeance, I think.
Yeah.
I might have got it wrong, but like she does it where she poisons them with a needle.
Yeah.
So like that's the type of thing that women will be sneaky. Yeah. You know what I mean? They'd lure you in. They lure you in with their feminine wiles. Yeah. They lure you in with like the opportunity of sex.
Yeah.
And then they would either poison you.
Have you seen American Gods? And has anybody in the chat seen an American Gods? It was a show that was on I think it was HBO.
Is Ian McShane in that?
Yeah.
Because if he is, I've seen that one. Yeah. Ian McShane's an absolute legend.
Now the only caveat I'll say is that if a woman is a goddess, like if she's Athena or something like that, of course she can beat up a mortal. But in this show, she's an African goddess, and she eats men with her pussy, bro. She eats them. They go inside her. She like eats them up with her pussy.
Oh God, bro. Take me, goddess.
That's the way. Yeah, that's the way.
I want to go. I want the legs to open wide and just swallow me whole.
Yeah, that's the way, Jay.
I don't like the idea of her being black. If she's like white and curvy and blonde hair, that's one of my things.
James wants to go out the same way he came into life. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, it's almost poetic, isn't it, that it would happen that way? Like, just swallow me whole.
Yeah. Kelly Cat says, it was Michael Jackson, and Bubbles was in it. Yeah. Nacho,
yes.
Yeah. Nacho says he wants to go see Masters of the Universe when it comes out. Man, maybe that'll be good. I hope it's good. I would have rather.
But he's in the real world, isn't he? It's kind of like he's in the real world and he's got to get back to his fucking toy world. I don't know, whatever.
And then the toy world's going to come into the real world, and that's the kind of thing I don't like about that. But not
for me, the only thing that intrigues me about Masters of the Universe is the portrayal of Skeletor, because Skeletor is the most interesting character.
I agree.
To me, He-Man is a very boring, bland character. The most interesting character in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is Skeletor.
But look at this, James. Here I'm gonna say something that might make you angry. Skeletor is played by Jared Leto. Yeah, I mean that's not exactly exciting. I know they're gonna CGI Skeletor.
What's his band? The most bland music you've ever. What is it? 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yes, that's
the most bland music you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. It's like this guy's a fucking rock star. We live in the worst age. Yeah. We do. I feel like that Sopranos episode where Tony goes to Melfi. He goes, I feel like the best is over. You know, I've come in at the end.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I would have loved to have experienced fucking 80s hair metal. I would have loved to experience fucking Depeche Mode. I would have loved to experience fucking Nirvana in the grunge era.
Yeah.
And we've got fucking Foo Fighters and 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
Generic bullshit.
Yeah. And also Jared Leto, every movie he's been in has been a flop. You think about Suicide Squad, you think about the Joker, you think about Tron. He was just in Tron. And so how does he get?
He was in a terrible movie where he played an American samurai. The people in the chat might know, but it was fucking horrendous. It wasn't called American Yakuza, but he played an American samurai. And he was horrendous because he was just like this army guy who was in prison, come out, fell in love with the Yakuza princess, and then basically killed all the fucking Yakuza and took over. A fucking white guy. I want to see a white guy defeat the Yakuza. I want to see the Yakuza chop him into pieces.
I would have seen that too. But how does he?
Yeah, could you imagine if Brandon watches that movie? Yeah. Brandon will have a fucking heart attack if he sees a white guy fucking go to town and kill all the Japanese.
Yeah, that would be terrible. But no, how does he keep getting all these opportunities? And he has that big island off the coast of California somewhere where he has all his cult meetups and all this kind of stuff. Bro,
secrets. He knows where the bodies are buried.
He does, man. He's in the secret society. He's got all that stuff nailed down. And he just, it's just crazy, bro. Can't stand him at all. I hate Jared Leto. Anything he's in, I don't want to watch, bro.
He's a charisma void, isn't he? He's one of those guys, right? Who's like, he's attractive, he's the stereotype attractive, and he can skate, so he doesn't really have to hone his craft or improve his talent. He just turns up and gives Jared Leto a bland performance every time. He just plays himself.
He's terrible.
You know what I mean? He doesn't play a character. He just plays himself on screen. Yeah. Bland guy who's attractive.
Yeah, he's terrible. Another person who's terrible, let me pull this up real quick. We got...
Not me. I'm all right.
No, you're great. We got AOC out here. You guys seen this? They got a big, huge thing going on in New York City today for the EID. Yeah, she's wearing a hijab. So she's got the whole Islamic thing going on. Got her hijab and all that. She's out there. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, so that's what they're saying. And then we got Mandani in the background. Yeah, yes, he is. And it's not a shirt though, James. It's not a shirt. It's one of those whole big those whole things though that they wear. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's like one of those I forget what it's called. I have it written down somewhere. I was gonna bring it up. I've got all my notes here. Let me look through my notes to see what it's called. Let's see here. Where is it at? Oh yeah, it's a Kurim or Kura. He's wearing one of those, and I guess separation of church and state is just for Christians, not for Muslims. So this is what they're doing in New York City today. They're having their big get together with all of their Muslims, and they're all praying and all this kind of stuff. Look at this. They're celebrating it. He's got his Arsenal little get up, his Arsenal Muslim garb on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so it's happening here, bro. It's happening in New York City. And apparently New York City is also going to shit in a handbasket. So it's horrible. Many New Yorkers are furious over the Ugandan mayor Mandani announces the communist plan to transfer ownership from bad landlords to NGO tenants. That's the next thing coming. He wants to transfer the ownership from landlords to NGOs. It's freaking a lot of people out, and this is the start of communism right there in New York City. Pretty crazy. Oh wait, hold on there. For some reason it dropped your audio out again, James. I guess it's the setting that I'm running with my virtual camera. Let me fix this audio real quick. No, it's my fault. Let me get this.
I'm not gonna worry. We're gonna coast through.
All right, I think you're back.
Okay, I'm saying they're doing the same thing in the UK when Donald Trump comes over, he goes to Scotland because that's where his mum comes from, and he's got golf courses over there. And Zach Polanski, the Green Party leader, he's basically like, we need to take Donald Trump's golf courses that he privately owns away from him and take them into public ownership.
Yeah.
And he says we need to write a bill to do that. And I'm like, this is the thing. They don't want you to own anything. They're even talking about not owning your own house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're taking it away, make it a rental society. This is the fucking thing. These people are animals. They're like the worst. They're total low aspiration people. They're allowed to own property. They're allowed to own shares. They're allowed to game the system. But you've got to stay poor and piss your money down the toilet.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. And I hate what's going on. And people better wake up quick because all this stuff is coming for all of us. We kind of see it all starting to happen. James, you were talking about it happening in England. It's making its way. We got Mondani in now in New York City.
Well, he's just basically met Sadiq Khan from London, isn't he? Yeah. Sadiq Khan's had 10 years at the game. I'm telling you, if Mamdani gets, I don't know what term limits are, but if he gets 10 years, like 2 terms or whatever it is, or is it 8 years, he's going to fucking ruin New York. Yeah. There'll be no billionaires left. There'll be no millionaires.
That's the plan.
He'll drive them all out. They'll go to foreign countries where the taxes are more favorable to them. They'll take their companies. They'll take their businesses. He will just run that place. He'll run New York into the ground and turn it into a ghetto.
And then it's going to be UBI. They're going to give universal basic income to everybody who lives there, whether you're a citizen or not. That's the plan, James. That's what's going on right there. I saw this picture of a guy that I met, Neil McDonough.
Oh, I know that guy. He's in Tulsa King.
Yeah, he's in Tulsa King. He was in a lot of stuff. He was in.
He refuses to do like sex scenes and kisses, doesn't he? Because of his wife. He's a devout Christian, I think.
Yeah, he was in Justified, and I've actually met Neil before. When I was up in L.A., I was taking some acting classes. And he came and gave us a talk at the acting classes, and then me and 1 or 2 other people went out with him afterwards, and we all got cocktails, and he told us what the real deal is with LA and how come he's happy not to be more famous than he is. He's happy to have his family, to have his home. That's all he wants. If he were to do more or to want more, he'd have to give more. I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. That was a couple of years back before I was really awake in how all this shit works. And he said that he only wanted to kiss his wife. He only wanted to love his wife. He only wanted to take care of his kids. And he just wanted to make a fair wage doing what he loved, which was acting.
It's not much to ask, is it?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Neil's a fucking great guy. I can't say enough good things about him. And he got blackballed in Hollywood. He got his house taken away from him. He got all kinds of bad stuff. He's a tremendous actor, and they keep putting him in worse and worse movies. He's fantastic. So I can't say enough great things about this guy. So I wanted to kind of round it up with something positive. And I got one more thing for you, James, then we'll wrap it up. We're coming up to the top of the second hour. I saw this and I about fucking died laughing, bro. So are you ready for this one, James? Can you see this right
Hit me with it, man. Hit me with it, bro.
All right, you guys pay attention in the chat. This is wild. Here we go. Do you see what's on his mouth?
Are they flies?
Flies. Can you see that?
Jesus.
That's stink breath, bro. That is some.
Don't ever talk about. I don't want to hear anyone in the chat talk about English teeth anymore. I don't want to hear about that. British teeth, English teeth.
That is horrible. So he's asleep, he got decay in his mouth so bad that flies are landing on his lips and looking for the decay. And he even closes his mouth and eats one. He eats a fly right here, bro. He eats a fly. Holy shit.
Is he one of them fentanyl guys? Like fentanyl zombies.
I think he's homeless. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on, but bro, that is rough right there. That is some rough shit right there, bro. You guys want to stay away from that. Yeah, so like James was saying, you gotta be nice to James in the
yeah, don't want to hear no more about fucking English teeth and British teeth, mate. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you
got some ropey people over there as well. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we import them though. We import all the people with bad teeth, so we can have.
Mate, how bad is that though? I mean, you gotta be crushed, man. If you're like an American, like a true patriot, your soul's just got to be destroyed with what's going on.
Oh, it's horrible.
Like it's going on in our country, like having these national fucking Muslim days fucking saying that Islam was like around at the birth of your nation. It's like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
There was no fucking Islam is not part of American culture. You're trying to reinvent history. You're trying to reinvent the wheel. Islam's not a part of our culture.
Right.
We're getting it shoved down our fucking throat for God knows what reason.
Yeah.
Because these people are not the type of people that you want to invite around for Sunday dinner. You want to keep them at fucking arm's length. I'll tell you, if a Muslim ever moves next to me, I'm leaving the next fucking day. I ain't staying next to that shit.
It's a cultural weapon. It's a weapon. The elites know this. They're using it as a weapon. And, I don't know exactly what the plan is, but I know they have a plan. Also, I know they're crazy. They'll destroy the whole environment so they can become God, and it's not ever going to happen, and they're just going to destroy the environment. I hate to say it that way, that it's a cultural weapon, but it is a cultural weapon. 100% a cultural weapon. And it makes me, it pisses me off. We got let's go. Shout out to FOMO, throwing us a $15. Shout out to you, FOMO.
Sweet.
She says, thanks for the shows and the laughs and the convo, guys. 100%. We got to get FOMO on more. We also got to get you on with the Courtney, James. We got to do a little James Courtney stream. Yeah, we're going to get FOMO to pull that together. She's going to have to work. She's going to work her magic. FOMO's got the magic, bro. So crust that shit. That's what
it's
Harry
always
says.
good, man. We stream, don't we? We always have a good laugh with Forest Mummy. She's good. She's great band, Cincy. It's really nice when you see someone who's as advertised. You know what I mean? And they're as cool as you. They're as cool as you think they're gonna be. There's someone who's like, she's got a massive following on X, and then she rolls in and she's got no airs and graces. She's just fucking an absolute. She's golden. She's an absolute gem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes the stream more fun, doesn't it? You know what I mean? When you're streaming with people that just want to come on, have a laugh, shoot shit.
Well, she's good people. She's sharp. Yeah. She's sharp as a whip.
It's the same with Mersh.
She's a smart cookie.
I love it. I love Mersh. He cracks me up. I'm sitting there in bed, looking fantastic, watching Nightwave, having a good time. Last night he was bang on top form. He's got every reason, to like phone it in or not turn up. But he rocks up and he delivered a fucking stellar performance last night. He was bang on it, mate. I tell you,
like a legend, bro. But the only thing is, I don't want to see Mersh naked. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't have any proclivities for that, James.
I don't want to see fucking Ice Dancer naked, mate. I tell you.
Yeah, bro. That's a rough one right there. 100%.
Not for me, mate, but you know what I'm saying.
No, but the other thing.
Kevin Rigatoni's got that now, ain't he? Or whatever his name is, I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe I'm going to talk to FOMO. I got some other ideas that I might want to have her.
We got a battle. Yeah, we're losing men, man. This is terrible. Like,
I know.
It's like that. Remember that game Worms? Yeah. We're like the last two worms. You know what I mean? We're losing everyone. We get massacred.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
and me.
That's right. You got the worms going on. That's hilarious. We got D-Wag. He had to work, and then we got
he's gone MIA and
Miami John. He's in the
John's
hospital.
Got contract work.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. He's gonna get heart surgery or some shit like that. No, I'm kidding. He's not getting heart surgery. I'm just kidding.
No, he's gonna be fine, mate.
But,
that coughing, he just puts it on for the show. He hasn't really got emphysema or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
FOMO says she was right about Ice Dancer from the beginning, bro.
I love that, mate. That was the shit, man. For me and you were talking in DMs, right? And see, we can't say anything, right? Because I like Mersh. I consider him like an online pal. He's been great to me. He's been great to you. So I'm not going to go around and say, hey, mate, hit him. I never hit him up. I don't hit him up in DMs. I don't bother him on his X feed. I just like the fucking dude. I'm not going to go to him, hey, mate, I think your bird's a bit skeevy. I think she's a bit sketchy. It's none of my fucking business. Mersh can fuck who he wants. Yeah. But the bit that me and you knew she was fucking wrong, and I'm like, yeah, mate, I'm telling you, this shit, she's going to break bad. Yeah. And then the funny thing is, like, FOMO and Kelly Cat were like fucking absolutely going, well, now we don't have to be nice to her because we always thought she was a prick. And I was like, they were going to fucking town, and I was laughing my head off. I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, FOMO said we all wanted to respect Mersh, so we held our tongues.
Yeah.
King Yeti said...
I'm not going to interfere.
Yeah, King Yeti said he never liked Ice either, 100%.
No. I can't like a bird whose name's fucking Dagger Pussy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just fucking can't. And she Shag Ralph. I can't fucking... I can't vibe with that shit, bro.
Yeah, FOMO says she totally ruined Nightwave chat. She's glad that she's gone. Kelly Cat says, yeah, we held our tongues. We totally did. And also, I met Sean in that bunny, remember Sean, Schizo's Sean, he was the bunny guy. He's now with Mint Salad, if you remember. I met him a while back.
He's basically a clone of fucking...
Yeah, I met him a while back, and he was in person, and he was bragging to me about how he basically fucked Ice Dancer, and I was like, oh shit, bro. And that was like fucking a couple of months ago, whatever. And I was just like, I don't know if I should even say anything. Maybe they're on a good foot, maybe whatever, and I was hopeful that they would in a stable relationship and that shit would stay that way, and so I was like,
Well, he was a good guy, wasn't he, Mersh? Mersh took her out to nice dinners.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He
yeah.
was respectful with her on stream, even though she was pulling some weird shit, like fucking contradicting him and telling what to do and how to run his own
and like
fucking
totally
stream.
like strong
And annoying the chat and taking the flow away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He bought her a fucking Switch, but then Kevin Spaghetti and Meatballs bought her a fucking iMac or whatever, you know what I mean? So, like, what's going to happen when someone buys her a car? She's going to be off, mate, I'm telling you.
Yeah, she totally, like, took over and strong-armed Mersh, and I tried to stay out of all of it. Like,
we're not interfering in other people's lives and relationships. We just like people.
Yeah, and she sent me a couple of, messages, and I just kind of was like, we're good.
I couldn't imagine holding a conversation with her. I couldn't imagine how it goes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "You're right. How are you? Yeah, I'm just gonna play Pokemon on the Switch." I'm like, "Well, fuck
well,
you."
That's what you were saying.
No, I mean,
that's what you were saying, James. You were like, you find it would be difficult to date an autistic person, and I said, well, I don't even really think she's autistic. Her.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I said
you
that a
think
long
deeper
time
than
ago.
me.
I said that a long time ago. And I don't think Mint Salad is autistic. I don't think any of these people are autistic. I think they're narcissist or bipolar disorder, and they're using that excuse as autism to be a victim and get more and more attention. That's what I think is going on. Oh, I fucking hate that shit. Yeah. Well, you were just doing pee videos, and now you're trying to tell people how to live and how to think. Man, fuck that shit. You're crazy. FOMO in the chat said Ice Dancer actually had a catch with Mersh, but she's young and dumb and weird internet girl. She's a clout goblin. I think King Yeti. I think he said that earlier. Yeah, she's a clout goblin. She traded long-term happiness, long-term stability to go get brief excitement with the next guy. That's what she's going to do. She's going to keep doing that until I don't know, until our expiration date. And then, yeah. Oh, wait, James, they say you're muted. Hold on. I don't know why you're muted again. Wait, let me fix that real quick. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me fix that. I don't know why it's going crazy like this today.
I don't know. Perhaps because we were going in overtime or whatever.
All right, you're back. You're back, James. Yeah.
I'm back. Yeah, the bit I don't like, right, is you do fucking dirty, right?
Oh, it just did it again. I just fucking did it again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Fuck. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I've never encountered this problem before. Let me see here. Audio. Get a new audio. All right, James, talk. I think you're back now.
Are we back?
Yeah,
Are we back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Yeah. If you do someone fucking dirty, don't fucking revel in it and brag about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know the fucking, I think he's known Mersh 18 fucking years.
Yeah.
You don't fucking do a friend and fuck him like that. 18 fucking years means something, mate. I'm telling you, that bird ain't gonna be with you in 18 fucking months.
Yeah.
So think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't. If you're Scampoli, you should keep your friendships. Don't backstab other men. You want to keep long-term friendships. Zaid says Ray is out of sync with that sound glitch. Yeah, I got to keep an eye on it. Sometimes when I run my virtual camera, I guess it makes it glitch out a little bit more. I'm trying to redo the whole thing, but that's a whole big thing. I got other stuff going on in the background. No big deal. Let's see. Carrie C says Ice is pole vaulting from is that turkey or chicken or for the clout. She's destroyed friendships and associations. Yeah. 100%. Kelly Cat says, don't rub it in someone's face. I completely agree. It's okay to break up and move on, but don't come back and then try to destroy them. Like, what's the deal with these women, bro? Why is like Mint Salad trying to destroy Riley? Just leave him the fuck alone. Why is Ice doing this to Mersh? Just leave him the fuck alone. It's all bullshit. It fucking pisses me off.
They always want to burn it down, don't they? They're not content with just like...
That's why I'm saying they're not autistic. Autistic people do not like change. They want a schedule and they want to keep it. Autistic people have certain relationships in their life and they keep those relationships. They don't like fucking swing from vine to vine. That's the way narcissists do. Bipolar disorder people, not autistic people. So I got a whole rant about that.
Well, what is Mint's content? What is Mint and Schizo Sean's content? Pissing and shitting on Riley.
Yeah.
That's their content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it's funny because they associate now with the people that were absolutely trying to destroy their lives. And now they're all best pals again. Because this is what it's like in this fucking online world.
What?
It's like your friends are your enemies are your friends, then your frenemies. No one's got any fucking loyalty anymore. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like who I like. I in my mind.
You're 100% right. And also, you can't make a platform over destroying other people. It doesn't work. It gets you eyeballs for a minute, but you can't have any long-term success because nobody wants to be associated with all that shit. You know, I only look at the tabloids when I'm in line at the grocery store. I don't buy them and take them home and do a book report on them. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I have to say about that.
Look at Venti. Venti and Mare were fucking close, weren't they? But when the time came, Venti put the dagger in, didn't she?
Yeah.
And this is what happens. I've never been on one of those streams. FOMO might have because she's like bigger, like where it's celebrity squares, where you look to your left, you look to your right, you look up and down. But I guarantee eventually some of those people are going to fuck you.
Yeah. 100%.
That's what they do. It's in their nature. It's like, what's that one where you go across what is it, like the scorpion and the frog?
Yeah.
It's like that. Why do I do it? Because it's in my nature. Yeah, that's why he fucking does it.
FOMO says sociopaths don't care about people's feelings. They care about like clout, like she does. 100% right. Hillbilly Harry in the chat said he took a girl from a buddy one time. It was a terrible mistake, and it took years to make it right. Don't ever take a girl from a guy, bro. There's plenty of women out there, bro. I completely agree with you. FOMO says calls Harry a little scamp. Yeah, Harry, you little scamp, bro. Let's see.
He's got that rogue in him. He's a bit of a rogue, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll give him.
Scampoli better watch out, mate. Hillbilly Harry's coming, I tell you. It's roguish.
That'd be hilarious.
That's the thing, though, right? How can this is the bit that gets me, right, about Scampoli. You know what I mean? How can he sleep at night, right? How can he not have one eye open or eyes in the back of his head? Because he's now with a serial cheater. Right?
A serial cheater.
She's done it once.
Yeah.
She's going to do it again. She's going to fight. She's like a magpie. She's going to find that shiny new object in the chat or in a stream, and she's going to jump from you to the next guy. So you got your moment in the sun right now. You're gloating. You're on top of the world. You fucked your friend over of 18 years. You're big time. You're a big shot. Everyone's talking about you. Everyone loves you. Everyone who don't like Mersh thinks you're the bee's fucking knees. But in 18 months' time, you're going to be in Mersh's spot, bruv. Yeah. And it's going to be someone else.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. Women leave you the way that they come to you. If you cheat on somebody and take their woman, she's going to cheat on you and bounce out of your life. That's just how it is. Women love that develop a taste or a penchant for a whole secret lifestyle. As soon as you become boring, they're going to develop that secret relationship with someone else, and they're going to bounce on you. James, I was even thinking maybe we should start doing relationship advice segments. I don't know. We'll have to think about that.
I'll give great advice, mate. I will save your relationship or I will end it. It'll be one of the two. I will either save it or I will end it.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, 100%. Like, bro.
No, we should do that. We should just do loads of fun stuff, man. I'm having a really good time. Me and you have got the bants. We're going to fucking keep kicking it, and eventually we're going to break that dam. You know what I mean? But it made me think, I think of Alex Stein like that. Remember he used to call these fucking the chat rats, didn't he?
Yeah.
And there is a lot of females, right?
Yeah.
Not the good ones, not our ones, not like FOMO, not like Kelly Can, not like Pat, not like Kerry, not like Angela. We got good ones, good women, right? But there's a lot of these fucking chat rats in there. Do you remember the wrestling girls that used to be on the rails that fucked all the wrestlers?
Yeah.
It's like that, isn't it? But on the internet and the streaming world. They can't wait to go to the fucking meetups and fuck anything that moves. You know what I mean? You got the Dabbleverse and all that. They love the meetups so they can just do the hookups.
Yeah, Kelly Cat says, if you guys do relationship advice, you need to get a woman on there too. Yeah, maybe we'll have to get.
Are you volunteering? Is Kelly volunteering?
We'll rope Kelly Cat in, I guess. We'll get her on here. Do some Kentucky relationship advice. Or
she'd probably just say drink more bourbon in it, like Kentucky bourbon. Like drink more bourbon, get more drunk. You look more attractive when you're drunk.
It's more fun when you get a woman's opinion anyway. I think that's a lot of fun.
And then I don't have to listen to it and ignore it.
And FOMO's got good ideas. Yeah, maybe we can get relationship advice with Courtney and James. Maybe we'll make that happen. That'd
I
be
think
fun.
she's too busy watching body cam videos. You
Well,
know what I mean? And
we
doing
can
shake weight, and then like
we
what's the
can,
other one she does? She starts out at shake weight. I think shake weight's 100, and then it's like boob jiggling for like
yeah, yeah.
150 or something.
Yeah, no, maybe we could threaten her with some police body cam good time over here. She'll come over here.
Yeah, watch the body.
Kelly Cat says she used to be a woman's counselor, and I guess Kelly Cat, what happened? Did you wake up and realize that women never take advice? You know what I'm saying? That'd be
Goes
hilarious.
in one ear and out the other, or they do the exact opposite. You know,
Well,
this is why I never tell women anything, because I
yeah,
know they're going to do the exact
yeah,
opposite.
yeah. Have you seen all of those women matchmakers or the women dating coaches that gave up on women because
Oh,
women don't ever, they think I'm a 10, men should kiss my feet and all this kind of stuff, and like, bro, it's fucking crazy, bro. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, that's hilarious. Let's see. We got FOMO in the chat. She says she didn't slut around as much as people probably think she did. Well, I mean, you know, FOMO, I know that you had a good relationship with your father. I think that goes a long way. I think it helps to develop the understanding of what a quality relationship is. And once you understand that, then you can get everything you need from a good relationship, and you don't need that excitement that comes in these other forms to kind of draw you away. You get a much deeper, much more lasting emotional connection and fulfillment that way. I know it sounds like a little bit hokey, maybe, but that's the way real families, real relationships are. You know, it's kind of like some people never develop empathy from their frontal cortex. I think that's what it's called, but their neofrontal cortex. So they don't know empathy. So those are psychopaths that go after these exciting things and they burn people and all this kind of stuff. But other people who develop empathy are capable of long-term relationships and deriving happiness and fulfillment from more subtle emotions. So I think that's important.
Attractive women though, in like good-looking women, attractive women, incredibly attractive women, are used to beating off all kinds of men advances, like, aren't they?
Mhm.
Because they get it as soon as they go into a room, as soon as they go into a bar, as soon as they go into a club, as soon as they go into a restaurant, all eyes are on them. Men come over, try to give them their number, so they're like fucking martial artists, aren't they? They know how to handle men, they know how to beat them, they know beat them off maybe later.
Yeah,
You know, they know how to, they know how to handle it, don't they?
yeah.
Attractive women usually exude confidence.
100%.
They walk into a room, they know what they're doing, they know how to handle all kinds of men, and they give off an air, don't
Yeah.
they? They're just like, they got presence.
Yeah, it's a confidence. FOMO said her dad just left. He was wearing, what was that shirt that he was wearing? That the tractor, the guy that turned his tractor into a tank, and then he drove through the whole town. So I knew he was a good guy as soon as I saw him wearing that shirt. I forget what it was called. Tank. I forget. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. Do you know what I'm talking about, James? That guy who drove his big bulldozer. Oh, Killdozer. That's what it's called. Killdozer.
Killdozer.
Yeah, it was Killdozer. You're wearing a Killdozer shirt. So I knew he's one of us. He's a good fella.
Every time I
100%.
think if someone goes on about Killdozer, I think of that movie Planet Terror. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Death Proof is shit.
Yeah.
The Tarantino one is terrible.
Yeah,
Death Proof is awful.
Yeah.
I hate Death Proof. Worst Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
But I like Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror. I love that.
Yeah.
Better than Sinners. Another movie
Terrible.
that's better than Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners is terrible. Nacho says he can't date in his area around his hometown and surrounding counties. I bring home a woman and find out I'm related to them. Oh, how do you find out? Do you have like a DNA test like set up like right when you bring them into your bedroom? You make them do the DNA test and make them do a STD test at the same time. If either one comes back positive, they gotta get the fuck out. Is that what you do? That's pretty funny, Nacho.
Kissing cousins.
Yeah, the kissing cousin situation. Yeah, that is rough. But damn, no. But we'll do some segments like that. We're trying to we got to spice it up a little bit, kind of get a little bit of lightning in a bottle, break through the whole glass ceiling and all that good stuff. And I think we'll be able to do it. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, we'll find. We'll do something.
Yeah, we'll do.
We might have to take our tops off if worst comes to the worst.
No, we'll do a steel toe. We'll start playing Erica and begging for money or begging for clicks and
Venmo, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay.
No, not money. Just we just want to get more eyeballs. We don't
more eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe we'll just we'll hire a stripper to come sit third chair and she'll just sit in the middle and she'll keep her mouth shut or something like that. So no.
Or just get some random. Just start getting people to pop on. That would always be fun. They say some random shit or something.
Yeah. Pat says, "Shout out to dads. Glad she still got hers." Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I posted a picture of my old man under the
Yeah. Oh,
gazebo.
that's
He
right.
still
Yeah.
looks. He
He
still
looks
looks
good.
good,
Yeah,
man.
he
He
still
looks.
looks
He
good.
looks. The thing is, he just looks. He looks just like me, but better looking.
Yeah, yeah. Nacho says no. He just asks his mom, and she tells him how they are related to him when she finds out who the women's parents are. Damn, bro, that would be rough. What is it, Nacho? Is it like Utah? Is it like a Mormon situation? Is it like are you just out in the country? Is it like some sort of are you in Italy? Maybe you got that Italian grotto. Everybody's related to everybody. I don't know, but that's crazy.
What is it like over there? Is it like first cousins or second cousins? What do you do over there?
As
Like with
first,
regards to marriage?
I don't know. I think don't they call it kissing cousins? And so I think
Yeah, but what's legal? Is first cousins can't be legal, can it? So is marrying your second cousin legal
it
in
may
America?
it may be maybe first cousin, second cousins. Oh, Nacho says he's in West Virginia. Well, I understand that because you got the Hill people in West Virginia, bro. I totally get you there. I was in Kentucky. We had some Hill people in Kentucky. That's where my mom's from the Hill people as well. So I completely understand. No, I think it's second cousins is what you
Yeah.
can legally do. But who knows, bro? That's crazy. The
I
thing.
mean, there's a lot of women out there that you know what I'm
Well,
saying that you are
bro,
going to
they're
have to
gonna
marry your
scrap
cousin.
all. They're gonna scrap all those laws. All the Pakistanis that are coming on there, they marry their daughters, bro. They marry their sisters.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We tried to scrap it in this country,
Yeah.
but the problem is it's a Labour government and all the voters are like Muslims. So we was like, no, well, we can't pass a law to scrap cousin marriage.
Well,
You know what I mean? So we're just gonna
was
have to let it fly.
Well, I saw a thing where it was the people from Pakistan are absolutely devastating the hospitals over in England because they have all of these people with birth defects. They're like 3% of the
Oh, they look
population.
like all of them look like they're from the Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah,
It's
they all
terrible.
have birth defects.
They're all mentally retarded. You know, they can't function. They're just basically flapping around on the floor. You know, a
Yeah,
burden of the state for the rest of their life.
yeah,
All because you won't do anything about it because it's a practice that's being brought over. And instead of them adapting to our culture, once
yeah.
again, we always have to adapt to their culture.
Yeah, a really good topic we'll have to talk about. FOMO brings it up. It's liberal women who push Sharia law. That makes no sense to me. They don't want men, they don't want us as Western men even talking to them or approaching them, but they want Sharia law at the same time. Like, what the does that make any sense? It's fucking bizarre,
I
bro.
guarantee up and down America, you've got Sharia advisory councils where they're making laws, making rules, running a game underneath a game. You know what I mean? Running the government outside of the government. You know what I mean? Making decisions. That's what you got in this country, and it's going to come to America. You know,
Right.
Mamdani was even talking about it, wasn't it? I know he mentioned it because Adil Ray came over, who's a comedian in this country, terrible comedian, and they all discussed how New York maybe should adapt the principles of Sharia law,
Yeah.
not Sharia law, but the principles of Sharia law. So that's how it starts. You don't market it as Sharia law, you market it as the principles of Sharia law. And Adil Ray came back and said, oh, Mayor Sadiq Khan, we should adopt the principles of Sharia law
Yeah.
because they're this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Don't call it Sharia law, call it something else, but
Yeah.
we'll adopt the principles. And that's how we'll get it into the zeitgeist of
Yeah.
the people in London, New York, all around the country.
Well, we already have that going on here. We have the Sharia law. We also have Noahide law. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but it's the Jewish version of Sharia law. It's already been signed into law, basically, the principles of Noahide law. And basically, the Noahide law and the Sharia law are very similar, and they both have a lot of overlap. And so we better wake the fuck up, people. Because you know what I like, James? I like bikinis at the beach. I like to see women with their tits out, okay? I love a good ass in a Brazilian bikini, bro. I'm not going to lie. Okay, we got to keep that around, don't we, James? We got to keep that around.
I think that's on the way out. It's going to be like the full veil. I think you're going to see. You know, when I remember one of the funniest things Boris Johnson ever said, and he's a funny, witty guy, terrible politician, but funny guy. He said how all the women look like letterboxes. You know, like pillar boxes because you can just see their eyes.
Yeah.
He says it's basically they're just walking letterboxes.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. Everyone said he was a racist for saying it, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, how do these women get a driving license?
Yeah.
They fucking can't see their face.
Yeah. No, you're
They fucking get a
right.
passport. How do you check them? How the fuck do you check them?
Women in Sharia law, they're not supposed to drive. You know what I'm saying? And you're not supposed to check them. Only people of the same family can touch each other. and only same genders can touch each other. So, bro, it's just like the new AI data centers. AI data centers prove that the whole green movement was always a lie. This whole Sharia thing proves that feminism was always a lie. It was always a sellout to destroy the Western culture, to destroy masculine culture, to destroy the strength of the West. It was always like that. So I know we could totally get into another fucking hour, James. We're already 15 minutes over. We're gonna probably wrap it up pretty soon because I gotta pee, and
Yeah, man.
you got things to celebrate. What is some of your?
Yeah, I've got things to celebrate.
That's
Probably have a
right.
chit chat with a few people. Just go, come on, we won another trophy.
Yeah, yeah, you got to get one of them. Another
I
one.
live for days like this. I
Yeah.
mean, Christ alive, 3 trophies in like 12 months. I
That-
can't fucking believe it.
fantastic.
I'm like I'm walking on fucking it. I have to do a video tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll get a bit of traction, Palace video should be good.
Yeah, we got
Talk about that. Do some more video. I'm banging out 5 videos a day.
Yeah,
I've
you're
got like
crushing it. You're
I've got all
starting to
these
get
videos. I just
traction.
can't fucking get them out quick enough.
Yeah, you're
You
starting
know
to
what's
get
happening? I'm putting them out like 1 or 2 days later. I'm like fucking trying to knock them out. But we got to crack this nut, ain't we?
Yeah.
Once we crack this nut, we can relax a bit.
Yep.
We can do some fun stuff. But
Yeah.
trying to get over the fucking, it's like, this is another thing why I like Mersh. He's right. It's a fucking competitive market. You got to show something. You got to do something. You know what I mean? If you want to like jump out from the pack.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Harry said
We've got to try and get our crew back together. It's just me and you.
Yeah. We'll get them back together. Harry says,
We'll get
did
'em
our
back.
boys win? Yes, Harry. The Crystal Palace won. So tonight on Nightwave, make sure you use the South London James voice to talk about how great CP is on Nightwave. Okay, that's a super tip.
Cheer Mersh up. He
Yeah.
doesn't need cheering up. He's on tip top form.
Yeah.
But just do it and give him a smile, you know, because
yeah.
he's a good guy. He's a good guy, Mersh. I'm good guy, James. Good guy, Ray.
That's right.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should all do the good guy gimmick.
The good fellas. Yeah. That's super tip.
Yeah, we should all be like good guys.
Yes.
You know,
we are good guys. What are you talking about?
We're good guys. We offer good advice.
Yeah,
Terrible relationship advice, but good advice.
No, I give the best, and you do too,
Yeah.
James. You give good relationship advice. I say if you're not cooking, or if you don't want to cook for me, or you don't want to fuck me, then we're not in a relationship. That's how it works.
Yeah, I couldn't do I couldn't do the Switch girlfriend. You know what I mean?
No.
And I couldn't do like the Spectrum girlfriend. Like I couldn't like because I like to give a bird a slap on the arse. You know, I like to be romantic. I like to be affectionate.
Yeah.
I like the physicality. I like the passion.
Yeah.
And I don't think you really get it when a bird goes, "All right, darling, you want to go out for dinner?" No, I'd rather play Pokemon on the Switch, you know. Do you want to come? Imagine you have to ask for sex. It's a bit weird, you know, because there's no like you can't do the eye contact or thing like that. It's like, all right, darling, fancy coming to bed for a quick bit, you know, the other. And she's like, no, I'd rather play the Pokemon. You know what I mean? I'm like, fucking hell, when's this Pokemon game gonna finish?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
Yeah, facts. FOMO says Mersh said he might not do a Nightwave tonight, but if he does do a Nightwave. Tip with supertip.gg/Mersh and use the South London James voice to talk about
Maybe he's going out for a few drinks and a bit of dinner. He deserves it if he wants a night off. Go for it, man.
Yeah, but next time when you super tip, talk about that CP. The Crystal Palace took home the trophy.
It's funny. I've got a hat with that on there. It's funny. I've got the old beanie with the old logo when they used to be the Glazers before they were the Eagles, and it's got CP on there. And I always feel really conscious walking out with that hat on. I'm thinking, I'm going to
the CP Glazers.
Yeah, they were Glazers back in the day because it used to be. If you look it up, right. If you look it up, like the Crystal Palace, it used to be there was a Crystal Palace dome and it was all made out of glass and it was in Crystal Palace Park.
Yeah.
And that's where the club originated from before they moved to Selhurst and become Crystal Palace and become the Eagles.
Yeah.
So like there was this big Crystal Palace where they used to hold, like they used to have like World's Fairs and stuff like that.
Don't get me started on the Crystal Palaces of the previous civilization that they burned down in order to hide from
they did. It burned down. That's why it's not there no more. The Crystal Palace burned down.
How does glass and iron burn down, bro? They were trying to hide it from the previous civilization that made it. We can't make that today. Did you know that those glass panes that they made, we can't even reproduce today? Yeah, that's what's going on. But no, I completely agree. But we could keep going on, people. We're going to get out of here. Hibbly Harry says, that's a great name for a crew. Good fellas. Kelly Cat says, Mersh, please do a Nightwave. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, Kelly wants to get in there. Kelly and FOMO are just going to go to town. You know?
I mean, it's probably a lot better in the chat. I'm not in the chat that much, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it does. It feels like, you know, when you get a breath of fresh air, right?
yeah,
Like, and you go, oh, the weight of the world's been lifted off my shoulders. That's how it feels now. It
yeah,
feels like a fucking,
yeah,
like how it was when it was like fucking like a few months ago. It's like, it's a fucking, it's like the elephant has left the room. You know
yeah,
what I mean? The stink's gone.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. You got a splinter.
Annoying girlfriend that we all like. Do you remember like your mate gets an annoying
Yeah,
girlfriend that you all have to put up
yeah,
with?
yeah. Well,
She's
it's like you
disappeared.
when you get that splinter out of your finger, or when the antibiotics
Yeah.
finally start working and it doesn't sting when you pee anymore. Yeah, I totally understand what you mean.
I think you know what that analogy they do, right? You know what I mean? When you get a bird that you love, you will crawl over broken glass to
Yeah,
get to her, won't you? When I think of Ice Dancer, I'll crawl over broken glass to get away from her. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's how I feel about her.
Yeah, yeah. FOMO says Ice was annoying and fake. She'd like to tell Mersh what to do. And I was like, damn, he should beat her. And you don't mean that, FOMO. But no, I did notice that in the chat. Of course. King Yeti says, no more of this shit. Yeah. But no, I notice all that kind of stuff. But it's good to move on. It's good to, hopefully it'll be fantastic. He'll rebound.
Opportunities,
It'll be
isn't it?
great.
I mean, summer's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
You can have a night, you know, go out for a few drinks. There's opportunities out there. Mersh lives in an area where it's full of women.
Yeah.
He ain't short, is he?
No, he should get out there. And, also when, we're going to try to get you over to Florida, I'll try to get over to Florida in the next year or so. We'll try to do one of these Florida streams and go around and see all these people and have a good time. And we'll get some birds ourselves, James, 100%. But James, where can people find you? What are your final thoughts? I know James Domenico Grabbing on X, James Domenico Grabbing 81 on YouTube. You've been banging out all kinds of good videos, James.
I usually say silly stuff, do stupid stuff, try to entertain the masses. If it's your thing, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a click. It all helps the algorithm.
Yeah,
is that what they talk about?
That's
I'm
what
going to
they
get
talk
like
about.
Jeremy from the quarter in the algorithm, you know, got to get my free videos out. See, that's the problem with me. I've got like 5 videos, right? And I just bung them out and some of them do okay. And I don't fucking, you know what I mean? We'll try and test it. But yeah, I've had a good stream. We've had a good laugh. We'll be back on Friday. Zaid will be here, and it'll be making me look like a small, insignificant man, which I hate. He is the Alan Richardson, and I'm the Tom Cruise, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah, shout out to Zaid 100%. I'm going to go ahead and get back to doing these pages. I'm getting pretty close to being done with inking them for that comic that we did, so we can deliver by July 4th.
And then it's Kitty City.
Then it's Kitty City. I'm excited about that. And the next drawing competition, which I'm also excited about. I'm getting some things lined up for that. I got a little bit of funny stuff going on in my kitchen because I had a water leak behind my sink, and it kind of ruined a few of my cabinets on the ground. So I got the crew coming in, so I'm trying to arrange them so they don't interfere with my schedule. And also, it's no fun when you have like these maintenance guys coming in, changing things out, doing stuff. You know, it's a bunch of,
drinking all your tequila.
Yeah, drinking all my tequila. Even though they're great guys, don't get me wrong, they're great guys. Pat's asking if we're going to do AI tomorrow with John. I don't think John's going to be available tomorrow, but we still might do one. We still might, if you guys are into it, talk more about the occult.
John can do it from his hospital bed.
Yeah, no, I think he's got some other previous commitments.
Oh, right, yeah.
But yeah, 100%. Shout out to Miami John. I know he's having a tough week this week with his all the things he's trying to juggle. So shout out to you, bro. But we'll get that going. But you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let me jump in and say hey to everybody. Carrie C says come dancing. Shout out to Pat. Shout out to Hillbilly Harry. He says Mersh has dealt with it the best as he could. We got King Yeti says no more of this shit. FOMO says Ice was annoying and fake. Kelly Cat says Mersh please. CISO Showcow says keep going. Shout out to all you guys. Draw Zombie, shout out to you, bro. I saw you jump in here.
2 hours is way too, over 2 hours.
Yeah,
I can't last more than that, Pat.
Yeah.
Usually I last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm going way into overtime, I tell you. This is like overtime on overtime on overtime.
That's right. Shout out to Nacho out there, King Yeti, Mr. Jeeky. I think we got Zayd in here earlier. Shout out to you, bro, and everybody out there. You guys go have a great Wednesday. Have a great hump. Get your hump on if you haven't done it yet, if you haven't done it lately. Mr. Jeeky says, CP for the win. Let's fucking go. 100%. So knuckles to all you people. Go kick some ass on our behalf. Bruvs out.